Good afternoon. I was just jamming out to JoJo. I think she's an independent artist now. I don't really listen to her new stuff, but damn, she had some good old shit. It's just a little too late, a little too wrong, but I can't wait. It's going to be stuck in my head all day. I am sitting here drinking coffee from Samantha in one of the coffee mugs that Mel Hawks ordered me. And Gladys, I have been making things in my air fryer that you got me. I don't think I've used my microwave since. Actually, that's a lie. I heated up my Taco Bell leftovers in the microwave, but I also had leftovers from Taco Bell that I made in the air fryer, and I made a crispy like chimichanga. Me too, Penguin and Pels. Hope you're doing good. Hey, Divergent, that's your girl. What was that one song by JoJo? Oh God, fuck. It's more upbeat. It was like in 2000. Hey Jess Ruby. Come on, help me out, Divergent. It's a you ain't got to go something, not what I want. Baby, it's you. You ain't got to go nowhere, something I want. I know, Gladys. The life of a bachelor. Speaking of, that sheriff was at my because so when people ring in my door downstairs, it goes to my phone, and I got like a 2-minute voicemail at like 8 o'clock this morning, and so I looked on the app, and I can look who comes to the front entrance. It catches them on camera, um, and he was here, so I called him, and that was about 3 hours ago, and he was like, "I'll be there in about an hour." He's still not here, so I can't go run errands until he comes because I want to get those papers. My divorce papers, if you're wondering what those are. Taco Bell was just so nasty when they were combined with Long John Silver's. Okay, you don't mix seafood with Taco Bell. Just like shrimp tacos, there's only a couple places that make them really good with cabbage. It's got to be right, and it's got to be crispy, fried shrimp. Wait a minute. Most gay men aren't as good looking as me? Well, thank you. I'll take that as a huge compliment. Wait a minute. I am really confused. Hold on a minute. Divergent? Wait, wait. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Okay, there's people in the chat that I thought were the same person. I don't know if I can say that or not. Are you? I'm confused. I feel terrible. That's just like a while back. I'm not going to say who, but somebody was messaging me and they have the same name, the same first name as somebody else. And I was talking to them and they were telling me stuff. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And the whole time I told them, I was like, I am so sorry. I thought you were the other first insert first name here. Oh, I apologize, you guys. Look, since there's screen names and stuff, I swear I thought you guys were the same. I apologize. I thought Grotesque and Divergent were the same person. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Grotesque. You were talking to me via email today, and I'm still waiting on that damn cell phone. Yeah, no, I know. I didn't know. Anyways, guys, gather around and we'll get to chatting.
No, no chance. No, no dance. No chance. No dance. No chance. Give me second chances. That's so cool! I won! Yay! Ow! Ow!
So today's a really good day. I'm very excited to get these papers, put in my response, and get the ball rolling. It's it's a long time coming, and it's just going to be a relief for me and the other party. Just to be done, when you're just like done with a situation or done with somebody, like, um, I'm pretty sure there's no love in my heart at all for that person. Um, but there's no anger either. I just want to forget ever knowing them and wish them well, because it's crazy. I may joke about sleeping with people and all that stuff, but it's crazy how many people I've come across just in the last month. And I'm like I don't want to date them, but they're just like amazing people. I'm like, wow, I was missing out for a couple of years there. Um, but yeah, I've met a lot of really cool people here in the last month, and uh, friends, and it's been really nice. Hey, 71, it's been really nice. Hold on one sec. So these are money tree plants, and I was looking up. Does anybody? It says don't put them in direct sunlight. That's why I put them there. Mel Hawks ordered them for me, and I need to uh, repot them, especially that small one right there. I just don't. When you repot something, do you like? Does it matter how big it is, or because I don't really have a green thumb, but I need to keep these little plants alive because I love them. Yeah, a lot of people are hookup only, and I mean, as a gay man or anybody who knows most gay men, I mean that truly is. Oh, you have one of those, Divergent? It truly is like it's a happy lifestyle to me. And that's what I wanted like before I met my last relationship. Um I was completely against marriage, and I am once again, and it's just my experience and my opinion. And I said this a long time ago on a live stream before I even met the person I'm divorcing, is I don't believe, I mean, as a man, as a gay man, I don't believe people are meant to be monogamous. I just don't. You crave different flavors, and I mean, being stuck with the same person is bullshit to me, especially when, now this is only, my experience, but I don't like when people give up on themselves and like they get comfortable in a relationship. Like, you will never see me fart around my significant other. Uh, Bathrooms should be separate, like all that shit. And it's very unattractive when somebody gives up on that and like farts around you and doesn't brush their teeth and they start smelling. And it's like, okay, dude, you're too comfortable. And that's a turnoff to me. It's gross. Just my opinion, though. You you can't keep a plant alive. Just Ruby, I have kind of bad luck with that, but we're gonna try again. And hopefully soon here I'll get my new hamster. Her name is Melania, as in Melania Trump. I've named her a long time ago, and I've just been waiting for a good time to go and find her. But that is her name, Melania. And I can't wait to see who she ends up, like which hamster she ends up being. God always points me to the right one. It's a plant you just don't water every single day. Yeah, this one says um, you water it thoroughly in good draining soil, and then you wait just for the surface of the soil to dry, and that's when you water it again, so you're not like over watering it. But anyways, so I was over listening to Sally Ann, and the blame game with whoever called CPS on Amber, whoever did it. I agree with Sally Ann is a fucking asshole. Um, but she's over there, saying Sarah did it and going off with no proof, which, in my personal opinion, it's Amy for sure. That's my opinion. Amy does that shit. Nobody has that much rage for Amber but Amy. Maybe possibly Tiffany, but I think it's Amy, in my opinion. And then Sally Ann puts pictures up of Sarah on the screen. She's going through, like, I guess she Googled her name, and uh, I don't. Hey, Sarah, I don't know what she got those from. Like, I know, Sarah, you used to be an actress or something like that. So all these pictures, like whether they're headshots or whatever it is, are fucking absolutely hot and gorgeous. Okay. I'm talking bikini pictures. I'm talking like fashion photos. Like, Sarah looks fucking hot. And Sarah is probably one of the hottest people in any of these communities, male or female. And Sally Ann has the nerve to fucking shame her looks. Like, and I'm like trying, as I'm looking at each picture, I'm trying to find some sort of flaw in Sarah. This bitch, literally, with her camera off, by the way, shaming her fucking looks. Actually, there was a couple of them that were really good pictures. And she just skimmed through those ones. She didn't say shit over those. And I'm thinking to myself, these people wonder why they get any clap back at all. And they wonder why, I've always said this, and I mean, it's common sense. If you're hideous, oh yeah, I've seen recent pictures of Sarah with her hair done and all sorts of shit. She's still hot. But when you have somebody that's hideous, like going after your looks, that says everything about Sally Ann and not Sarah. Like, seriously. And then Sally Ann will sit there and bitch and cry and complain if people talk about her looks or her messy house. That's insecurity right there. I mean, Sally Ann, do me a favor if you could. Do me a solid, Sally Ann. And it doesn't have to be the exact same bikini that Sarah was wearing. Can you put on a bikini and take the same picture? And so we could do side by side for everyone? Now, you don't have to. I'm just asking if you would do that. Exactly, Sarah. See, and I give people back what they give, especially, come on. When they go straight for looks, I mean, it's so easy to go back at them because look at them. Hey, Anitra. Exactly, Ruth, seeing like she was skimming through these really good pictures that actually look very professional. Actually, some of them look like they were taken by the fucking paparazzi. I don't know. I don't know what you used to do for acting, Sarah, but she looks good in them. But of course, insecure Sally Ann has to go hardcore on her and just fucking like take her rage out, which is bullshit. I see right through that shit. Um, well, I guess the point of her stream was just to go at you and then go at Natasha Cooper, of course. And she played like some scamming video of Natasha's, which everybody fucking knows Natasha's a scammer. It's not new news, Sally Ann. You're not showing us anything we haven't seen before. Do I date women? Not recently. I had sex with a female blow up doll with another man, if that counts. It was his kink, and I was cool with it. But I mean, it was a blow up doll. It was actually like a sex doll. It was hot. So I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe I would. I practiced a little bit on her, and it was a good time. It really was an enjoyable, very spiritual experience for the both of us. So yeah, it was hot. I'm not gonna lie. I do like, and I'm gonna be blunt here. I do like, um, what do you call it? Does anybody know what MMF is? Adult content. It's male, two males and female, like three way. I do like that kind of adult content. So if it ever came up, we'll just go with the flow and see what happens. I don't mind. Don't mind one bit. Yeah, I enjoy a good a three way. Hmm. And I definitely would not turn that down. So definitely an option. You know, I don't mind at all. um, so yeah, that's what Sally Ann was doing over there. I reported her stream. I'm sure a lot of other people did because you're not supposed to put pictures of people up and call them a slut and everything else that she was doing. So threesomes are different than one on one, and I don't think you'd ever want a woman alone. I've had a woman alone before. Um, I lost my virginity to my girlfriend when I was 16, 17, and we were together for like 3 years. And then I had sex with my ex-boyfriend Nathan's best friend Ashley, just to spite him. I fooled around with a girl in a car, well, a woman, like back in 2016, up at the casinos. So yeah, I got my little bi side to me. Yes, Sarah, no problem. No problem. And I'm sure you already know this, Sarah. You're fucking hot. And it's very clear that Sally Ann sitting there in her messy craft room, scrolling through those pictures, was probably grinding her teeth, trying to find flaws. And really, I think the worst thing she said about you is you think you're a Barbie doll. To me, that's a fucking compliment. So you have to these women give these women hope. You're welcome, Sarah. And so the other thing, oh wait, is that the man? Is that the oh no. I thought the sheriff was calling. He'll like ring my phone when he gets to the door downstairs. Um the other thing is like so I've read comments and whether they're like typed out or you know, said out loud or whatever. And Lonnie, what the fuck is your problem? Is Lonnie just like trying to find a place to land where she'll be welcome until she gets booted again? Because along with many others, this Sabrina Speakeasy chick, Kim Crafton, Natasha, like all these people, instead of addressing like what their actual issue with me is, it's very passive aggressive, and they'll be like, oh, Robbie's raging because he's an addict. And they'll immediately go to, I'm either drunk or I'm high, and they'll neglect to take accountability what upset me. And I know I keep repeating myself, but when they mock or trash or discredit or anything about the rape that happened to me last week, that's why I'm upset. It has nothing to do with fucking alcohol, drugs, nothing like that. But that's their go-to. Like, oh, he's just on a bender or whatever. I'm like, no. And just like last week when they're like, oh, he didn't sleep for days. Yeah, that's because I was raped and I had anxiety. So it was pretty hard to sleep, especially in my bedroom. I'm behind on the stream, but I'll never understand why anyone should show Sarah's pictures and try to embarrass her. She's Hollywood hot. Yeah, she really is. She really is hot. I'd smash. Who's not coming back here? Hey, Lizzie, you have given these women hope. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't plan on dating. I don't know. Like, grotesque. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of amazing guys that I've met recently that I have really good conversations with, not just sex. So who knows? But, for now, I'm just having fun. I get propositioned by women, but I mean, if I were to get propositioned by a woman that I'm attracted to, then yes, I would hook up with her or date her, but I'm very picky when it comes to women. Call me call me what do you call that? Vain or whatever, but they have to be like skinny and pretty. Um any extra weight at all I'm not attracted to, I think. So, that's just me, okay? Don't come for me, but so Sally Ann definitely, she would never have a chance. So, but anyways, back to Lonnie. Uh, Lonnie and all these people, making excuses, saying, if I see the words, if I had like $1 for every time someone said, Robbie, get help, check yourself into rehab because I'm upset that someone's trashing my rape, I would fucking be rich. No, I don't want to be crushed. So we got Lonnie over there who clearly, she does what she does best, and that is she will go wherever there's a lot of attention at the time, and she'll just take the side of what she feels is gonna benefit her the most with people going to her channel and whatnot. But Lonnie, for a while I was like, I don't give a fuck what she says, and I still don't. So I'm just gonna say this to you, Lonnie. If you put time and effort, as much time and effort as you do to sticking your nose in people's business on here, trashing people, I mean, you would be able to get your kids back. If you invested time in really wanting to be the mother that you're supposed to be when you have kids, you should do that. Because I don't want to hear you complain ever again about, you know, missing them and whatnot, because that's on you. You're the parent. It's up to you to take control and fucking fix yourself. So anything you say to me, bitch, I don't fucking have kids. I'm single. I'm by myself and I'm doing just fine. Lonnie is running out of places to land. Maybe she can find another part of YouTube that she can fool for a bit. She just needs to fucking go over and be a cam girl, okay, with her filters. Allegedly. You don't think she wants them back, plus she broke her son's arm. Yeah, well, I could say a lot more about Lonnie, but I haven't done shit to a lot of these idiots that I see just making like angry comments. And I'm like, what the fuck did I ever do to that person? And these people will go like based on rumors and they'll get mad at you and flip flop and shit, just like Lycan. I'm like thinking, I'm like, what the fuck did I do to him? And he's running around like fucking blabbing, saying Robbie's a terrible person and shit. I'm like, I wasn't a terrible person, what, a couple months ago before you flipped for no fucking reason. So when people don't, that bugs me a lot. I understand like there's some people that are just viewers or subscribers, chatters and whatnot. But one of my biggest pet peeves is when I see somebody like completely trashing me or talking shit. and they've never come to me about it, not one time. And I never had an issue, like nothing happened between me and whoever it is, you know? It's bullshit. That's why you just got to take it with a grain of salt and let people flip, cuz I mean, they just do it out of nowhere. But so if nobody's going to take the time to come to me directly and tell me what's wrong, like Natasha did or didn't do, come to me and tell me, then I mean, you're not even fucking worth it. The friendship or whatever, it just was not worth shit. And I'm not going to waste my time trying to figure out what the fuck your problem is. Yeah, she broke her son's arm, Rose Petal. Hold on, real quick. Uh-oh. I think Miss Portland's blocked. Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. Miss Portland, you said you changed your screen name. So you're gonna have to tell me what it is and let me see if you're on my block list somewhere. But I sent you a link. What was I gonna say? I lost track of what I was saying. Oh, speaking of Miss Portland, so Mrs. Portland cleared up last night that she apologized. You know, when she gets upset, she makes up lies, and she retracted her statement saying that we were on some sort of sexual video call. Oh, here she is, by the way. Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Did you
Somebody has
come?
me blocked in your chat, by the way.
Okay, what is your name on
I
here?
was Fun and More, but I changed it back to Mrs. P.
All right, let me go check real quick, okay? Hold on. You
Okay,
take over for
because
a sec.
I tried saying hi several times and basically just got overpassed, I guess.
Okay, one sec. I'll be right back. Take over just for a
Okay,
sec.
okay. How's everyone in chat? I'm doing fine. Robbie and I've been talking a lot the last couple of days, and I think we got things pretty much ironed out. But why somebody decided to block me in chat is beyond me. But anyway, but things with me are fine. Hope everyone's doing good on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. I'm just sitting here waiting for Robbie. Go look at the comments real quick. Hey Jess, hey Wyoming, hey Drama. Good to see you all.
So I just looked at
Hey
my
Mitra. Well, hi. Greetings from Finland. Hello.
Miss Portland. I just looked at my block list, and the only thing I saw that was close to Mrs. P was Mrs. B, as in boy.
Nope.
So,
Nope.
huh? I don't know. I don't know then, because you're not
Hmm.
on that list.
Okay. Well, I just
Hey,
noticed that
Wyoming.
I got blocked in your chat, so
Okay, we'll figure it out.
yep.
Um.
But yep,
So,
I'm doing good. It's a beautiful day here.
oh, and by the way, Lonnie, I never spoke to your sister. I just fucking said that because I was getting information from people that were speaking to her. You're a fucking asshole, dude. You flip flop so many times, and you're fucking. I mean, you're gonna flip flop on Natasha. You're gonna. That's what you do. You're not stable. And mind your own fucking business, by the way. And these people, Kim, as in Kim and Crafton, I saw, hey, baby Jane, I saw what she posted and she said, correction. Robbie is not a domestic violence victim. Kim, correction. Why don't you look in June of last year? I sure the fuck am. Why don't you look up the sentencing on that as well? You're not very bright, Kim. That was long before I got arrested. Look that up. Look up that charge. I bet nobody fucking will. Yeah, Lonnie's own sister exposed her to a couple of people outside of YouTube, and she's a piece of shit. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. But if I don't have kids, and these people that say Robbie doesn't have kids, so he doesn't know how to do this and that and that. Shut the fuck up. I know how to spread my legs, bitch. I just can't fucking procreate mistakes like a bunch of you guys do. So Lonnie, if I was a father, I would feel like shit even calling a friend instead of fucking getting my life together and getting my kids back. And with 6 children, 6. Sounds like somebody else on here that just abandons all their fucking kids. So don't you worry about my life, because yours is far from perfect. And these
Besides,
bitches,
Robbie, as you know from me, even though my own child was taken away from me years ago, children are a lot of responsibility.
well, you know what? Listen, there are ways that you can fucking get that shit under control. So, whatever it is, birth control, celibacy, I don't fucking know. But when you do it 6 times over again, you've got a fucking problem, dude. And
Well,
don't
and
come,
monkey,
and sorry, Sabrina
Robbie,
Speakeasy, I saw your passive aggressive live for like 2 minutes. I have never met you, bitch. And, she's like, I just really want Robbie to get help for his addiction. You don't know shit about my addiction, what I've been through, what I've gone through. So shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a fuck. And I definitely don't give a fuck. And if I want to, I'll fucking take a beer and I'll fucking poke a hole in the bottom of it and I'll shotgun that bitch. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Hey, Nancy.
I was going to say, Robbie, everyone has addictions in life to one thing or another. And what you're dealing with in your own life is really not of anyone else's concern.
Listen, bitches, if you see me all cracked out talking to myself or doing crazy shit, then worry. Okay? I'm good. If you see me on the streets picking at my skin or any of that shit, then you can worry. And these bitches don't like me anyways. Why the fuck do you care? Why do you care? You celebrate when bad things happen to me. So why would you want, if you really thought I was an addict, why would you want me to get better? You don't. You just want to fucking poke, whether you do it in a mean way or a passive aggressive way. I see right through that shit, Sabrina Speakeasy. And holy shit, you wanted my attention, didn't you? Because not only did you tag this channel, you tagged my 2 other channels. I get it. I see you're there, and I don't give a fuck. And I ain't gonna take fucking bullshit advice from a woman who pretends. Never mind. Never
And
mind.
to the
But she did
person,
shame people in wheelchairs saying they can't lose weight. The fuck they can't. Yes, they can.
can
Sorry,
I
Miss
say something,
Portland.
Robbie? That's okay. To the person in chat regarding my husband's scooter, no, it has not been fixed yet. We are still waiting for the part to come. And the guy said 7 to 14 business days.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, my husband's scooter broke down. The little contact plate that goes from the main part of the scooter to the battery pack broke the other day. So we had to call and order another part to fix the clip that broke.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep. Well, it is what it is. So right now we're
Do you
having
guys
to kind of depend on my scooter.
do you guys ever race in your scooters?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh, who wins?
My husband,
He does.
because his scooter is a little bit faster than mine.
Okay. You're gonna have to fucking. You should put some hydraulics on that bitch. Play some gangster music.
Walter keeps threatening to put a 440 in my scooter so I can go down the street and pop wheelies.
Oh damn, that would be hot. I would definitely have virtual sex with you and him if you did that. That's a turn on.
Ooh. No, not after everything that's happened, Robbie. I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna just leave that alone.
Yep. But thank.
I'm not gonna touch that because you know who will run with that and keep going with her mouth.
Well, I really appreciate you clearing that up because I mean, not like I fucking really cared, but just to prove these bitches wrong, I appreciate it because
Not a
Natasha
problem.
says with so much confidence, that we were on a sexual call and stuff. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Even if we were, Robbie, I'm just saying this. Whose business is it anyway what you and I privately discuss?
Yeah. So every single person in her chat that was calling me a predator, including Natasha, I know you won't retract what you said, but in your face, bitch.
Yep. Again, Robbie and I did talk privately that night. And yes, I did send him inappropriate pictures of me and my husband because of the conversation that he and I had previously. And what he did was wrong. Robbie publicly apologized to me, which he is more of a man than anybody on this platform will ever be. So I told Robbie the other day when we spoke last that, I forgot about it. I moved past it. I basically admitted last night that I lied about the video phone call because it was a basic phone call that we had. And yes, I was the one that sent him the pictures that he sent to Natasha. But yet everybody laughed and mocked and gawked at me and my husband. And I was furious.
Hmm.
And that's why I lied about saying the fact that you and I had a video phone call with me, my husband, and you.
Oh, you lied? Yeah. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. So, but like I said, Robbie and I spoke. We cleared it up, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and Crafton, honey, put this in in your ponytail and braid it. I have never gone to jail for hitting anybody or violence, except when I was 17. That's a lie. When me and my boyfriend got in a fist fight. But the fact that they're going around saying that I was never a victim of DV, which yes, I am, back in June,
Mm-hmm.
and that was pretty violent, by the way, like the Shining style. Here's Johnny, violent. Uh, but yeah, there was no violence in my case. Nobody was home when that happened. When I posted the video that one night, and it was before I got arrested in the morning, um, the cops were called on me for threatening to unalive myself. That's what they were there for, and that's why I was filming. And I had got off the phone with the suicide hotline, and Oscar had come and calmed me down already. So I'm like, what are the police doing here? That's what that was, and they left. It was after everybody left that I trashed some stuff. And that's it. So don't fucking make up lies about me, Crafton. Got it, sister?
All I can say is about Crafton and Kimball's over there. They also used me because they were the first ones that I ever did a live with regarding all of my mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, when I found out that they were using me to just exploit me and do whatever, and now that they're back over there with Big Mouth, no, I
Yeah.
want
See,
nothing. I want nothing to do with that mess.
well, I mean, they don't have any room to talk about like relationships and fighting because she literally just let him move back in the house from living on the streets for hitting her and stuff. So I don't want to hear shit. That relationship is a vicious cycle. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
is. Hey, Ruth Ann.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry to say this, Robbie, and this is just the honest truth coming from somebody like me, is that's her own fault for allowing him back into her life and her home. Because the next time that this happens, and I'll just be honest, if he gets into a rage again and gets violent like I have in the past, now I've never personally hit anyone either in my life, but yes, I have a very violent temper and I do fly into rages, as everyone is well aware of. But next time, Robbie, he could seriously end up killing her.
Yeah, well, that's scary.
It
And
is. It's
you
very
know, they
scary.
they disappear for a long time. They get in their big fights and then they come back. And
Mm-hmm.
just the fact, hey, Gypsy, and just the fact that they are, playing the moral police, coming back, sitting on Natasha's panel of all people, when Kim and
Mm-hmm.
Crafton have trashed the shit out of Natasha and vice versa. It is
Mm-hmm.
laughable to see them even sitting on a panel together at all.
Well, it just flat out sickens me. But again, like I said, coming from my own family history with my parents, there was always a lot of domestic violence in my family. And I'm really surprised that somebody hasn't really been killed in my own family. And that's what scares me about Kim. Now, Kim and I don't like each other, and that's fine. But that's again her fault for allowing him back into her life and her home. Because if he has those kind of issues like myself, I'm no better. Because again, I have rage issues with my own temper. But seriously, it does frighten me that at some point he could turn and really end up seriously hitting her and seriously injuring her or even killing her. And Percy, I would not ever wish that on anyone.
Me neither. And they're over there, um, also commenting on my rape, with bullshit, acting like they're psychiatrists, talking about addiction and shit like that. It's like, bitch, I don't even fucking talk to you outside of YouTube anymore. What the hell do you think you know about me? You know shit.
Robbie, when it comes to your addiction and your personal life, I'm sure you're handling things just fine for yourself. And again, it's really none of anyone's business.
No, it's not. And those people that are sitting there saying, "We saw Natasha's live. She didn't say that." I already cleared up that I did not hear her say the dirty butt thing. That was that Wendy account that was saying that. But she still brought it up, period. And she's still talking about it. Questioning if it happened, just talking about it in general is enough. She shouldn't even be
Mhm.
fucking doing.
Well, I think Miss Big Mouth needs to just mind her own business and keep her own trap shut because she's causing herself enough damage as it is.
Yeah. What are you talking about, Cristola? Is the Rev like back in the day? What Rev? She took money from people to get away from him, then brought him to the place that was supposed to be her safe space. Well, she messed that up, didn't she? It's not
Yep,
surprising.
yep,
Love will make us do some really ignorant shit. But I mean, the
yep.
rage that he has even against me, and I haven't done shit to him, I could only imagine the rage he has with Kim's big fucking mouth. Oh,
Well,
I didn't see him, Cristola. Must be blocked. Yeah, Kim doesn't mind her own business, Wyoming. And it's crazy to me. I mean, I'm a gay man and I still I try not to gossip because it doesn't feel good. When I see couples on here, I don't care what genders they are, like Manda and Hooker, for example, or Kim and Crafton. I'm like, what kind of relationship sits on the internet together all the time and focuses on petty fucking gossip bullshit that has nothing to do with them? Their relationship must fucking suck. And for a straight man to sit there and stick his nose in people's business and gossip like a little bitch, that is so unattractive to me. As a gay man, that's unattractive.
mhm, I agree. Well, look at my husband and I, Robbie. We've been married for It'll be 24 years in June. Now,
Mm-hmm.
my husband and I, through the years since we've been married, we've had our issues. We've had our little tiffs, but my husband has never, ever once have ever gotten angry at me or explosive at me or has got into any kind of rage towards me. He's always been a very gentle, loving, understanding man.
Right.
And I'm very
You're
fortunate and very lucky to have that.
Yeah, you're blessed with that. And um, I should have left when I saw the rage in my partner. Um,
Mhm.
and I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in because things just got worse. But I mean,
Mhm.
for anybody, when you see those red flags and you see that rage, leave.
Well, Robbie, when you first came to me over a year and a half ago, and you told me about Michael and the
Oh, don't
fact
say
that
his
you
name.
guys, oh, I'm sorry,
That's okay.
about him and your new life, I thought I saw red flags immediately when you came to me and said that you had gotten acquainted with this individual and that you guys were going to be together. For the love and friendship I've always had with you through time, it worried me.
Yeah.
And I even told you that in private, that after what you shared with me about things that happened before you guys hooked up, to where it is now, I thought, wait a minute. There was something really wrong with that picture. And that's when I thought, I just don't understand why you didn't back out back then.
Yeah, love makes us do
Yeah,
really silly things. And,
right.
you know, and I've dated people in the past um, with HIV, and it's like that
Hmm.
alone is scary in a relationship because you have to be very careful because I do not have it.
Right, right.
And yeah, I'm in the future, of course, I'd like to play around and stuff, but I always ask people if they're checked and all that shit. But,
Hmm.
that's one thing that I can feel comfortable about now.
Well, when you first came to me and told me that you had thought that you had found him cheating on you, I thought, wait a minute, that right there was a red flag. And I thought to myself, Robbie's bright. He's smart. I just wonder why, why it lasted as long as it did.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have hope in some things, and
Right,
you hope that they work, and when
right,
people apologize and stuff, I like to give them a chance, but
right.
I'm learning to set boundaries. Um, and I'm still learning that.
Well, again, Robbie, I'm just saying on the safe side, I have an old saying is love is blind. But from here on out, just please be careful and consider yourself because, you're a great guy
Hmm.
and you deserve to be happy and you deserve to be safe.
I appreciate that. I saw people commenting, and yeah, that's true, Wyoming. You don't know someone until you live with them. Um, then you realize how gross they are. But uh, and that's one thing I was seeing comments of is people saying, oh, he still got on Grinder afterwards and he hooked up with someone and stuff. That's my business. Like, Grinder is not a playground for rapists. And that's never happened in the decades that these websites have been around. To me, it has not happened. And the guy that I hooked up with afterwards, I've already met him. So you could save that bullshit. And it was very therapeutic to have a positive sexual encounter after that. And I don't fucking regret it. It helped me. So
That's
take
good,
that, stick
Robbie.
it in your back pocket. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, put that in your back end and smoke it.
Yeah. Like, and Natasha's logic is ridiculous. Saying inviting strange men. First of all, who the fuck said they were strange? Have you met them, Natasha? Do you know if they're strange? No, that one man was strange. So for her to say, you're on these apps and you're meeting people and bringing them to your house, and
How do you
What the
expect
fuck's your
to
point?
know people, Robbie? And that's again, that's your private place, and who you choose to have in your home is your business.
I have
It's
the guy on
none of
camera the
hers.
morning. I have him on camera the morning that he came over, because at the front entrance when I ring him in, it snaps pictures.
Right. Well, I'm
I
just
have a
saying,
secure building. That was not on my mind,
right.
and that
But
should
I'm just
never be
saying,
expected for something like that.
exactly. But again, it's none of anyone's business, Robbie, who you choose to have in your home. And that's exactly what that is. That's your home. You've paid for that apartment. And again, it's really none of anyone's business who you keep company with.
Yeah, and I mean, I've never had obviously we come across some oddballs and some weird people in dating and stuff. I've never really had a terrible experience from a hookup app. I mean, maybe somebody's catfished, and when I meet them in person, I'm like, oh, they do not look like their picture. But nothing ever like that. That's not something that you expect to fucking happen. So for Natasha to say that and people to completely ignore it, I mean, that alone just shows that people will just pick and choose what's good and what's bad.
Robbie, I've learned a long time ago that Natasha is nothing but an ignorant, self centered individual, and she doesn't give a hoot about anyone but herself.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean that I've always known, and I mean I have a lot of flaws, and people are friends with me. There's a lot of things that, as Natasha's friend, I just accepted that I know isn't going to change. Like the
Hmm.
bitch loves money. She loves talking about it herself and raising herself above others. Like that's something that I was just like, it's not a deal breaker as far as a friendship. And I've always known she's selfish.
Hmm. Well, again, Robbie, we're all imperfect in this world. None of us are perfect, and she thinks she's all that and more, and she's nothing. She just, I wouldn't worry about her anymore. Just put her out of your life. Stop giving her oxygen. Don't give her any attention because that's what she's, living on.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, like Sally Ann playing that video of all her scamming and everything. The fact that there's these diehard people that are like ride or die, and they completely ignore when right in front of her face, live in real time, she will talk about going real life, specifically on me lately, and talk about my rape and all that kind of stuff, and people just completely ignore it. And then when they see that I'm upset and I'm clapping back, they say, oh, that's an addict, instead of looking at the root of the fucking problem of what's going on.
Hmm. She
Did she
just
come
gets,
to you?
Robbie,
No, Roosting, she did not.
she just gets a thrill out of trying to hurt others. And hello, Ruth Ann. Sorry to ignore you, hun. But yeah, she
Roosting,
just wants to do nothing but hurt you.
yeah, I know. Natasha never came to me about anything. She just went live and just started going after me. That's what
Hmm.
she does.
Yep.
Um, and I don't. I mean, when you're Natasha's friend, she is. I mean, when I say she's selfish, I'm not fucking kidding. Like, you could say something terrible is going on in your life, and she'll be like, "Oh, okay, share my live stream out," and completely ignore it. It's like, you fucking
Yep.
bitch.
Yep. Again, Robbie, she just doesn't care. She
No.
just does not care. Like I said, if we all stop giving her attention, mentioning her gives her oxygen, and that's why she chooses to keep going. I think, again, like what everyone keeps telling everyone else on this platform, how many times I need to be iced out. Well, now the shoe's on the other foot, and I seriously think that we all need to ice out Natasha because if we all stop giving her attention, she'll just fizzle out and go away and go back over to TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, and when people poke and poke, like with me, I try to contain myself.
Yep.
Um, and with as fresh as what happened last week is to me, I mean, just to go for that immediately, And then on top of that, thinks she's doing some terrible thing by helping me get served with divorce and stuff, which I've already said that actually helps me,
Hmm.
and I'm thankful she fucking did that. But to do that on top of what happened to me last week, like, she's a fucking evil person.
She is. She's very evil, Robbie. And again, look how many times people have poked and poked and poked and poked at me on this platform. And how
Yep.
many times I've reacted. And people wonder why I get so angry and fly into a mad rage as many times as I have. It's because look at how many times I'm hate attacked. And you have to always ask yourself, how do you expect somebody to react when, the shoe's on the other foot like you, when you're the one that keeps being poked and hate attacked?
Yeah. And like Sarah's saying, Natasha, if she's talking about the pictures, that you shared with me, she knows damn good and well. I mean, she knows me well enough to know that I'm not going to hook up with you and your husband. Like, I'm gay and I have like types of
Right.
guys that I like. She knows damn good and well. And for her to sit there while her chat is saying I'm a predator and I should be reported and all this shit, I'm like, you fucking idiots, man. She's just saying that to rile people up and to try to get under my skin for people to
Well,
believe that bullshit
Robbie,
story.
I hate to say it, but again, let me just be honest. I may be wrong, but I think Natasha is jealous because look at the fact that Dalton left her ass. I mean, yeah, you have no sexual interest in each other. Same with my husband. But you know what? We're close friends. We're more like brother and sister, you and I. And yes, we do talk about sexual things when we do talk, but it's because it's all in fun. It's in
Yeah.
private.
Yep. Yeah, and it's not sexual, like hitting on each other. Like,
Right.
that's never fucking
Exactly.
happened.
Exactly. Exactly. You're like
It,
I said, you're a gay man. You and I have no sexual interest at all. But again, we're just friends. But yeah, we joke about sexual things when we talk in private.
I
Who
joke about
doesn't?
sex all the time with everybody. I don't take sex seriously. I mean, it's not a huge deal.
Right, exactly. Like I said, you and I, again, when we talk in private, we just do it in fun. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
exactly, Sarah. Her and I did stick around when she put them on the screen and I was laughing and I apologized and stuff, but when I sent them to her and I didn't expect her to put it on the screen like that.
that's okay. That's her fault, Robbie. But like I said, I've moved past it. You and I've made amends. Let's just forget about it and move on.
Yeah.
I've forgiven you. You've forgiven me. Let's just not talk about it.
Right. And on a different kind of topic, you've got Amy over there and other people. GLM, I don't give a fuck about you. You're a piece of shit. Nobody fucking cares. But you've got people over there, and you've got Amy, and she's talking about what did she say? It was last night. It was in a chat, and she said, "Sarah, you." Oh, it was in Sally Ann's chat today. I heard Sarah's really a man. And then Amy turns around and complains if somebody talks about her daughter, son. Yet she's sitting there shaming, she'll shame Jax. And then she turns around and plays the card of, I'm a mother of a trans child. It's like you're bashing trans people. You're a fucking hypocrite. And that's why I said anybody that supports Natasha while she's dragging my rape, or Amy, who literally said with her own mouth that she hopes that my bed is stained from when I was raped, from not being prepared to be fucked in the ass and a little bit of shit coming out. And for her to say that if anybody deserves it, it's me. Pay attention to these nasty people that are pulling the victim card, but here are the things that they say first. Because I ain't going to say foul shit about anyone, and I shouldn't. I shouldn't even clapping back. But when you hear me say foul shit, It's because of shit like that. Hey, Bill. Hey, Don. So she has no room to talk, and anybody fucking thinking these people are like innocent and saints, you're fucking wrong. Um, but second is right after first, just saying GLM should take that as a compliment. GLM is a very, very fucking angry woman, and I think maybe I remind her of a man that maybe fucking dumped her for a man because she really hates gay people. That woman has major fucking issues. She's been obsessed with me just ever since my friend Nicole at the time was at my house. And I think I was outside smoking a cigarette because we were drinking and Nicole was going off on GLM. And I didn't even know who the fuck GLM was at the time. And I guess she said her hair was nappy. And GLM ever since then was like came after me. She's like, I'm going to report you to Black Lives Matter and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? And if you hear that woman's mouth, she deserves everything she fucking gets. I don't give a shit about her. All these bitches saying you're a man, are they hoping? Yeah, I don't know. Um, but yeah, I want to see like Sally Ann. You were like in a bikini in the ocean, and Sally Ann sitting there. They were talking about that, and that's probably why Sally Ann's channel is going to go down. Because that part was actually pretty bad. But Sally Ann, if you're listening, I think it's only fair since you had all those photos up of Sarah on the screen and you were trashing like a lot of her, bikini, like, wearing more revealing clothes, pick any outfit, any one of those outfits, and take a picture side by side. I think that's only fair. When NC said she came back here because we needed her to, there was a reason. Like God brought her back because all of the lowlifes needed NC intervention. Yeah, she she really holds herself up on a pedestal and she shouldn't because she ain't shit. She can brag all she fucking wants all day long about numbers and subscribers she had. That don't mean shit. That says nothing about yourself. Anybody who holds a number next to them to boost their confidence really needs to fucking get a reality check. Miss P, you're muted. I don't know if you're talking.
I was just sitting here listening.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to be rude.
No, this is your live, Robbie.
Why don't you go ahead and fuck yourself then?
Well, you can go and kiss my royal little white butt.
Sure will. I sure will.
But again, look at me a couple years ago during the time that I did that negligee dance. At least I'm confident enough to where I'm not afraid to go on camera and show myself.
Yeah.
I'm not the
What?
most attractive person, but at least I have confidence I can put a negligee on and tell myself, you know what? I'm really pretty.
Yes, and and I agree, Wyoming. Any female, especially the females that were in Sally Ann's chat today, and I know what they look like. Some of them I've seen in person. Any female that had anything to say about Sarah's looks, they are jealous. There is
Exactly.
no way in hell that these women really fucking meant what they said because like I said, I was trying to find flaws in these pictures, and I'm like, okay, that's a great picture. That's a she looks like a movie star in every single fucking one of them. But of course, since you hate her, you're gonna try to pick it to pieces
Hmm. You
when
know
you
what
can't
really
even look
bothered me
yourself in
the
the mirror and
most?
fucking be confident and proud of who you are.
You know what bothered me the most about that live, Robbie, is she was looking at one of Sarah's pictures and telling everyone, I think that's a male organ that Sarah has. She's pointing to the lower part of the bikini underwear part and saying, well, what's that hanging down there? What's that? Oh my
Yeah,
God, Sarah's got a male organ. It's like, fuck you, Sally.
and that's when Amy commented and said, I think Sarah used to be a man. And I'm like, Amy, of all fucking people, this hypocrite sitting there whining and complaining, saying people went after her kid, her son, yet she's over there saying shit like that. You're a hypocrite,
Mhm.
Amy. Nobody fucking takes you seriously.
Well, I hate to say it, I think Sarah's
Hey,
pictures
purple
were
butterfly.
absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, they were gorgeous. Sarah
Hey,
is very
purple
pretty.
butterfly.
Hey, purple
Yeah.
butterfly.
But again, let me say this much. Since we live in the era of
Sarah.
transgender, I'll just be honest, that even if Sarah was a transgender at one time, whose business is it?
Right. Yes,
Exactly,
that is
Sarah.
true.
Exactly.
That is true, Sarah. She did call him a mutt. You've seen Sarah's
So,
marriage license. She's a female. I mean, damn. I mean, even if you are male, you're hot either way as male or female. Some of those
exactly.
pictures, I was like, fuck, man, I need to get back to the gym.
I need
I
to
was
start taking
jealous.
care of myself better because I tell you, with all my husband's good cooking, I've kind of let my own self go. I've gotten kind of a little spare tire going myself, and I'm kind of like you. I need to start finding a way to exercise myself.
Yeah. I mean, and I have a gym in the basement and I haven't even used it yet. Yeah, catch
Awesome.
me. I'm happy Miss P didn't fall for NC's crap either. You know, she got baited into believing she had a lawyer for her and everything.
Well, when Sally Ann brought that up of she was live here a few weeks ago and said, Miss P, please be careful because as you know, Amy at one time tried to help me legal wise and she couldn't even find anything. And for Natasha to tell me that she had found somebody, I thought to myself, maybe Sally was right. Maybe I was being played by Natasha.
Yeah, she was right. I mean, I don't like
So
Sally Ann, but she was
I
right.
don't either. Sally Ann and I parted ways a long time ago, and that's where it's going to stay. But again, when I found out from Sally when she said that I was being baited, I thought, yeah, maybe that was correct.
Mm-hmm.
And when I asked Natasha, because I messaged her privately because I had her phone number, I messaged her privately, Robbie, and I asked her for the name of that law person so that way I can call myself and ask some questions. She gave me the runaround and said, well, if I gave you the name and the phone number, you would constantly be bothering them. It's like, how do you know that? All I was going to simply do was call and check the references just to make sure that Natasha had talked to that individual
Right.
and be able to ask some questions. And when Natasha started giving me the runaround, I knew I was being played.
Yeah. Yeah, she likes to come in and play hero. You know, that's what she thinks she did with my whole divorce thing. And her motives are always, they're always spiteful. It's never a good motive.
Mhm. Right. Now, I may not be the brightest crayon in the box, Robbie, but I'm really not all that dumb either.
Yeah, same here. And
You know?
I'm pretty sure she's a Sagittarius. And sorry, you Sagittariuses are way too fucking competitive.
Mm,
Way too competitive.
be careful. My little boy, who's now 21, he was born in December, so he's a Sagittarius. So be
December what?
careful. December 1st.
Oh, yeah, that's Sag.
Yep.
They're
So,
very competitive people. Yeah, Sally Ann's a Virgo. Lufa's a Virgo. Virgo females, okay, are very stingy and they're very
mhm.
cranky. And they often like to shut people out and like almost be like anti people. That's why they don't really get along with people very well because they freak out over very very tiny little things and they'll make it a big deal. That's my experience with female Virgos. I'm not coming for you Virgos, and males are the same way. Male Virgos, they're just very quiet, but they are just fucking, they could be mouthy and they're cranky. um
Oh,
yeah,
Purple Butterfly. Her daughter's birthday is December 10th. That's awesome.
very independent. Yep. Wyoming, I didn't know you were a Gemini too. I didn't know that. Oh, Aquarius. Love me some Aquarius. You're a Leo,
Yep,
Miss Portland, and that
yep.
it shows. You are
Does
all
it?
Leo up in that bitch. Oh yes, you are like you are textbook Leo.
Yep. Now,
Someone said that. Okay, is
what
this
can
true? Miss Portland, was Natasha asking for donations in private chats for your attorney?
that, not to my knowledge, no. I just know that she had spoken up on letting everyone know that she had found me a legal attorney, but I never heard anything to that point of her wanting to do a fundraiser for me. That's one thing I've never heard.
Oh my God,
So,
Ruth Ann. Okay, Ruth Ann, that is correct. And Pisces are very romantic. However, do not break a Pisces heart. Do not piss a Pisces off because there are a lot of like, Taurus is like you mess with the bull, you get the horns. No, 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 no. Pisces is probably the worst sign to piss off because
mhm.
they will go sociopathic on your fucking ass and they will get away with it. I mean,
Now,
or they'll plan
Pisces
to.
is Pisces is the month of March, if I'm correct.
The end half of February to the first half of March. And
Okay. My mother is a Pisces.
yeah, Pisces are scary as fuck when they're angry.
Oh
My first
yeah.
two of my boyfriends were Pisces. Uh, both of them were, got in trouble with the law along with myself. They are terrifying. They really are. But they're so loving. Like they're romantic. They love setting up romantic dinners for you and just doing loving things. And they are very chill and love, to be around their partner and their friends and stuff. But man, I will tell you this though about Pisces. They like to speak very highly of themselves and kind of like exaggerate stories. Um,
Mhm.
Not so much lie. I mean, they do. They have to me,
Well,
but they
with
like to
my
exaggerate
mother,
stories.
she is a worse severe alcoholic than anybody will ever know. And again, when her and I have communicated in the past, she's always gotten very vile and very mouthy with me. And I just have to choose to walk away. I just have to simply tell her, look, if you're going to call and you're going to be vile and nasty and hateful, I will not talk to you.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, I really like. I know, and I have a strong belief in the signs and horoscopes simply from observing people, not
Right.
from reading up on them or anything. I observe, and then that's when I like guess signs because you begin to see traits, the way people hold themselves or the way
Mhm.
people react just are, and it's crazy how accurate it is, and a lot of people say, oh well, these traits can fit anybody, and I'm like, I'm not even looking at these, textbooks of horoscopes.
Well,
I'm observing these people myself and seeing
mhm.
these traits all being the
Well,
same, just like you
you
fucking
know
Leos, you
you know
bossy,
what's funny in
emotional fucking Leos.
mhm. Well, you know what's funny in my life, Robbie, regarding the subject of Pisces, that both my mother and my husband's mother were born the same year, but a week apart.
Mm-hmm.
My mother-in-law, she was born March 6th, and my mother was born March 9th.
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay.
does that tell you?
Yeah, catch me. I will say, like, when it comes to male and females, for example, male Geminis, we are goofy and animated and fucking crazy. Okay. And we're pretty much like that right off the bat. Now we will be a little bit more quiet, just like a female Gemini when we meet you, and then open up and be our crazy selves. Female Geminis are very quiet when they first meet people, and you think they're like a wallflower, but we're the sign of communication. So we're
Mhm.
observing the best way. to communicate with you. And so, and we're kind of reading your energy and all of that. So Geminis tend to be quieter when we first meet you, but female Geminis are very quiet. But then you will see their, once you get to know them, you will see they're outgoing, fucking crazy, goofy asses.
Exactly. But another weird thing in my life is my husband is a Cancer, and so is my father.
Mm-hmm.
If that's kind of not strange. My husband was born July 9th. My father was born July 17th.
I get along very well with cancers. They're very like reserved, logical people.
Mm-hmm.
Male cancers are very talkative. So are the females, but male cancers, like in my experience with them, like they will just go on, and they're and cancers are very detailed storytellers. Like if I were to tell you a story of going to the gas station, picking up a candy bar, and running into somebody from high school, that's how I would say it. It would be that quick.
Mm-hmm.
A cancer
Well,
would tell you what time of day it was, what exact time it was,
mhm.
what they saw on the walk to the gas station, that it was fall, the leaves or whatever, and they will go into detail. It'll be a 20 minutes or more.
Not with my husband. My husband is very quiet and very reserved. My husband is very non-communicative sometimes. He only talks when he feels like something needs to be said. Other than that, he might even really talk because he spends most of the time on his video game, and I
Hmm.
sit here in front of the TV.
Right. Oh, look at that. There's darling Nikki. She tells very detailed stories, and she's a cancer.
Hey, Nikki. Hey, sweetie. You feel attacked? I'm sorry.
See, as a
Oh.
Gemini, and every Gemini does, like, I have a Gemini tattoo on my leg, and the only people that ever comment on my tattoo are Geminis, and they always say, I'm a Gemini too, because Geminis, we love to brag about being Geminis because we're so proud, because we're a fun sign. We're just cool. And we're so excited to let people know. And we just get so excited about like pop culture, or like if a movie's coming out, or the new, like, top stories in the news. We love to talk about shit and like give people new news. And Geminis, we're fucking fun. And you will never get bored with us. We're amazing.
Right. Oh, I learned that a long time ago about you. Gosh, the time I've known you, it's never been a dull moment.
Yeah. And we're very like, I'm, if you know, the way that you'll know if I love you is if I really want to make you laugh. And like I go out of my way and I just go buck wild, fucking crazy, shock value humor. That's how I love people, even in a relationship. And, that's a big part of why my last one ended, because the other person was way too fucking needy when it
And
came
what
to
did you tell
cuddling.
me
And
this morning? What did I tell you this morning when you and I last spoke? The time I've known you on this platform, Robbie, you have always made me laugh. I find you absolutely hilarious.
well, thank you. I love to do that. Oh, and I was telling you
Hey,
this today, but I
girl.
didn't. I didn't tell everybody else, I don't think. So I was talking to my mom and dad a while back. Maybe it was last week or so. And they told me, they're like, you realize that you were born right across the street from your new apartment, right? And I was like, holy shit. So I feel like that's a sign that I'm on the right path. There used to be University Hospital right across the street, and I live right where I was born. It's crazy. And my birthday is at the end of the month.
What day is your birthday, Robbie?
Go fuck yourself day. Mind your own fucking business day. Just kidding. It's May
Okay.
26th.
Okay.
May
I may,
26th.
I may have something I may send you for your birthday.
Oh, you don't have to send me anything. Yeah, it's
I
like full
want
circle roasting.
to. I want to.
Why don't you send me your panties?
No comment. Go F yourself.
I just wanted to do that for the haters.
I know. But no. I have as you know, I do my own handmade greeting cards, and I would like to make you a special handmade birthday card to send you.
Oh, that would be very sweet. I would enjoy that.
Okay.
Down
Nikki,
there, there's different
do you
types of
want to
each
come up?
zodiac signs. It's determined by which stars and planets were in the sky at the time and place of birth. Yeah, and um, like I know there's moon rising and everything, but just like I practice my intuition, um, I love to just observe people and then ask them or guess what their sign is. And I mean, if you do that, you will see it is like God, it is a very creative way that God created people. And obviously, there's a purpose for it. But it's crazy how on point all of that is. Like one of the traits for Geminis is we're animated in a cartoonish way, and every single Gemini I know is like a fucking cartoon character. It's crazy. It's a mix of two signs. Your mom was watching a paint factory burning down, and she went into labor with me. Holy shit! My mom, I was late. I was supposed to be a Taurus, um, and she told my dad, Dave, I need to go have spaghetti dinner at this specific restaurant. I don't know the name of the restaurant. And she goes, and I know I will have this baby. And sure enough, right after spaghetti dinner in a thunderstorm, she had me. And my whole childhood, I hated spaghetti, but now I love it. You should do a video or a live. And how do you? Oh, Miss Pete, she's saying that you should do a video or live when you make them.
Well, if I had enough to start doing live streams on this channel, I would, but I can do a small video when I make my cards. Yeah, good idea. Thank you. And Nikki, do you want to come up, hon?
I'll drop the link for a hoe.
And hi, Bill. Hey, Bill.
Bill, how did you like that video I sent you yesterday? Bill wanted to see Horrormaxers because Horrormaxer actually has adult content on adult websites. Um, I give it a 10. Horrormaxer, he's a good looking guy, especially when he's removed all of his clothing. Hold on one sec.
How I make my cards? Well, I use regular cardstock paper. I do gel pens. I have stencils. And then if I can't really think of a cute little saying to put in the card, I normally go to Google and just look up greetings for greeting
Mm,
cards.
hold on a sec. All right, now I'm gonna do this because I don't know what this authenticated name is. Is that you, Bill?
Hey,
Hello?
hey, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I was looking at your authenticated name and I'm like, who
Oh,
the fuck is that?
yeah, yeah, because I used different name when I signed up for the email.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. You
So
never
I just
know. So what's
yeah.
going on?
So the zodiac signs, it's just a general summary.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a general summary, but there's different types based on the date of birth, time of
Right.
birth, place of birth. So when you say you're a Gemini,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't mean much.
It what?
It doesn't mean much. You could say you're a Gemini, but it's like what type of Gemini are you?
Right, yeah. A crazy
Because
fucking one, but
because I had to put in time of birth, place of birth.
I believe I was born at 8:05 in the morning in Denver. Because I've never looked, I don't think I've ever looked up like my rising or anything like that. Hey, Gold Star. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
always good to
Gold
see you.
Star. Long time no see, lady.
Oh, hey, Gold Star Mom, welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to see you back.
So
Um,
yeah, so yeah, it goes by your moon rising and everything else, and that plays a role. And it astrology is really complicated.
yeah.
So So when you say you're a Gemini, it's just a basic summary of some of the traits. But some
Right.
people that are born Geminis don't act like a Gemini at all.
Yeah.
They'll act like a pissy Virgo. And
You're right about that. Sorry, Virgos, but you are some cranky ass bitches and pessimists, man. Virgos are pessimistic as fuck. Well, actually, I would say they're more realist, leaning towards pessimistic. Is a Virgo.
most Virgos I don't get along with, to be honest with you.
I don't really either. I mean, I find them to be very whiny and they're complainers. But sorry, Leo, you guys are complainers too. I'm sorry.
But I was born on a cusp.
Okay.
So I'm a mix of both two signs.
Yeah, Bill's a Leo too, Miss
Yeah,
Portland.
I'm a Leo, and then I have these Cancer traits.
Really?
Mhm.
Bill, you're a Leo?
Mm-hmm.
What day?
First day.
Oh, okay, I'm the 15th.
Yeah, on the first day of Leo, and I was born at the bewitching hour.
Oh, wow. That's frightening.
That's why you've got the magic in your ass, Bill. So Bill. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So, it's like I have like I'm like a watered down Leo.
Okay. See,
I'm like
I
a
get
watered
along
down
I get along very well with Leos, but I will say this to you guys. When you guys give advice or anything like that, you guys are very bossy and pushy about it.
But am I?
I would say that you are very stern in your stances. I wouldn't say that you've ever told me what to do. You've given advice and stuff, but you're very headstrong about that.
Yeah.
But
Because
Leos are very do it my way type of people.
Yeah, but
Robbie?
but I have the Cancer in me, which is more practical.
Yes, Cancers are practical.
Robbie, can you put my channel link in your chat, please? For everybody, Witness is asking me what my channel link is.
Oh shit. Can you send it to me? It's always so
Yeah.
hard to find your channel.
Well, if
But
I
yes,
can't
I
without
can.
losing this.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
Did I ever tell you the story, Robbie, about Elvira?
No.
So Elvira went on the air in the 80s, and my parents were driven nuts by her.
Love her.
Yeah, I love her too. So Elvira had her. Remember when she had her own TV show?
Yes.
In the 80s at midnight or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents got pissed off because I used to stay up on weekends and watch Elvira.
Yeah.
So my parents actually called the studio and complained.
Oh my god. She's actually very different looking and real. I watched some of her recent interviews. She's a redhead, very beautiful. She's a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's cool.
Okay, Robbie, I texted you over my channel link.
Okay, I agree, Becca. She does care. You know,
because my father was.
You know what?
Both the lawnmower and the. Yeah, my father was weird, Robbie. About the animal. I think it scared him in a way. You know, but my grandmother was like way more open about it. And then my grandmother came over and says, "What did you do that for?" To my father, you know.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Elvira.
Yeah, she was she started like on small television or something like that and then grew bigger, but she was very she appealed to a younger audience because of her outfit and stuff, but it was very very sexual, sexualized.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call her sexual.
No, I mean she wasn't. No, just her boob. Her boobs obviously were gorgeous.
But I was
and out there.
But I was 6 or 7. I wasn't looking at that. You know, I was more looking at her personality.
Right. Oh, Natasha will never take a fucking link. She would never. And I'm sorry, Bill, that she fucking brings up your whole situation you had. It's like, that's all she has.
Oh, and it's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing's a lie, Robbie. I never beat my mother up, for one. 2, I never spit at a cop. That's number 2. Number 3, shit. She listens to Amy and thinks it's gospel truth.
Right.
Without any proof. And I even put on my community wall, Natasha, why don't you prove your accusations against me? She never did.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't prove it because it never happened.
Right. She inserts herself into things she knows nothing about, you know, just like she inserted herself with my ex-partner. And she's like, and he is so relieved we got this filed. I'm like, so the fuck am I, dude. I've been relieved since I've got my own bank account, and people aren't blowing my money on hotels to go hook up with random people and shit. That's what I'm fucking relieved about. And I know where my money's going now. But she will just sit there and use anything like that to attack people.
And she can't even tell the truth while she's doing it.
No, not at all.
She has to make something up, or someone in her chat has to make something up and send it to Natasha, and it's gospel truth suddenly.
Oh my God, Bill. I was shocked to see so many people in her chat believing that I had sex with Mrs. Portland.
I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, right after this live, I'm gonna make public a video.
Okay.
About the whole episode.
Can I say something about that too, Robbie, real quick, if I may?
Absolutely.
Even if we did or didn't, which I know we did not, whose business is it anyway?
It's not Amy's. I'll tell you
Hi,
that.
Irma.
Exactly, Bill. Thank you.
And did you see my live, Mrs. Portland, where Amy is spreading your nudes like they're candy?
Oh yeah. She can do what she wants. It's not gonna bother me.
To answer your question, witness protection, they're asking, what was it about NC that I liked as far as the friendship?
That's a good question, Rob.
I honestly cannot think of anything, because, I mean, we really only talked about when she needed something, you know, about YouTube. And I mean, I guess I would say her laugh.
Yeah.
I mean,
but a long time ago, Robbie, Natasha used to be funny.
Yeah, I mean, she does recycle a lot of the same, especially when she's dragging somebody, you know, pissant. She'll say all that, like, she's so predictable. I can predict what's going to come out of her mouth as she's saying it. And I'm like, I'm spot on every time. She'll say exactly what I know she's going to say.
Yeah, but when Natasha first spread the I beat my mommy lie, I was up on your panel, and I have enough respect for you, Robbie, not to go after one of your panel guests.
Yeah.
And Natasha that day, or that evening, was one of your panel guests. And I'll admit, I don't like her. I never did like her. But you seem to find something that you liked in her. I couldn't figure out what it was, but I just says, okay. I could spend 30 minutes being civil to Natasha, you know?
Right. Well, if I could say something too, Bill, you and I've never once liked each other, but one thing that I do appreciate out of you is when I have been completely in the wrong, or you caught me in a lie or whatever, I have always appreciated your honesty.
Thank you.
Because
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, you were always right when it came to whatever it is I've done wrong or said wrong. I'm not going to deny it, but you have always been right.
Oh, don't fill his head with his ego. Just kidding.
I'm just being honest, and I've always appreciated Bill's honesty,
Hey,
and that's why, as of last night, I am trying to start learning to take better accountability for the things I say and my actions and my behavior.
right. Hey, hold on just one sec. Witness, yeah, I answered your question a couple minutes ago. I said I couldn't think of anything really but her laugh. Because she's not much of a friend. Like, there's not much to it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'm a very blunt and outspoken person,
yes, you are.
and if Mrs. Portland here does something that I don't like, I'm gonna speak out and say it. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it to make her feel better. I'm not gonna hold her
Right.
by the
And
hand.
Bill, as you shouldn't. You should not have to sugarcoat anything. And again,
Mhm.
I have always appreciated the fact that you are very blunt and upfront. That
Right.
I have always appreciated out of you.
What is group action, Scambusters?
She's talking about group sex. Group
Scambusters
action.
is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's the only thing I can come up with.
And to everyone that keeps asking me about my handmade greeting cards, I do not have any content on this channel yet, but that's something I'm going to try to start this weekend.
Um, that's good. As shitty as Sally Ann is, I don't know whose video that was she was playing today, but it does show all of the scams Natasha has been involved in. And, it showed her on the news where these people were saying, she wasn't applying fundraiser money where it was supposed to go. And it was pretty informative. And, why isn't Natasha's followers asking her where the money is for that attorney or anything? They just completely
I don't
forget
think,
about it.
Robbie, I don't think they care. I don't think they give a shit where their money is going, as long as
Hmm.
it's going to Natasha or their good cause or whatever. They're
Right. Yeah, she
it's and they're getting scammed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
right. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
okay. All right, I'm sorry. We misunderstood.
what
Oh,
group
because
action legal,
legal,
not
legal, not sex. All right.
oh. No, I'm not in any legal group with anyone. Natasha's 15K for her group action lawsuit. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, Robbie. I don't like a lot of the things you do. Some of the things you
Hmm.
do or say on here.
Why don't you go and fuck yourself, Bill?
Well, thank you. But at least you don't go around saying I never said that. I never did that.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you.
It's like if you did it, you'll probably double down and say I did it.
Yeah. Dipsy Doodle, I have asked Natasha that. And it's always, oh, I'm working with the attorney. It's top secret.
Yeah,
My
everything's
fucking
top
ass.
secret with Natasha. It's like, oh, here's my top secret scam strategy.
Right. Yeah, I think like a long time ago, I remember Natasha when she started like that legal fundraiser. I think the reason they're asking me about like some sort of group is because when Natasha started that, she said that she was going to do that for anyone and everyone that was like harassed within her community, and maybe
Nope.
that's why they think the group thing. But no, I've never spoke to any lawyer. I've never uh, seen any money or anything like that.
They're not the majority of them, I'll say like 90% of them are not harassing Natasha. They're responding to Natasha
Yeah, or putting out truth about her.
or exposing Natasha.
Yeah.
There's a
You know,
difference. Now I'm going to say this right here. I don't approve of people going in with little socks saying with dead relatives and family members and people's children, you name it. But she probably does her side probably does the same damn thing.
Right.
And then she cries, and then she cries, foul afterwards, saying, "How dare you?"
Speaking of
Wyoming.
Speaking of lying, that's amazing, Wyoming. Speaking of lying, I've seen a lot of comments of because that night in Nikki's chat, I was saying, well, they lie, so I guess we could just lie nonstop now. And they're literally like taking that seriously, saying, oh, see, he admits he'll lie about anything. Listen, bitch, I would not come out here and say, I'm going to lie about everything and then lie. That would be fucking stupid. I was saying, since you guys lie, why don't we just start making up fucking stories and lying too? That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Because they're saying he's lying about his rape. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Don't they know sarcasm and figures of speech? Apparently not. They're too dumb to even rationalize that in their brains.
Yeah, they're going to take anything and run with it, which, I mean, we should all be used to by now. It's amazing how adults let things get this far because I never even would let shit go to the internet. I would work it out privately. I always offer people that first, and they don't want to do that because they want to make it a show. They want to make it, you know, a long lasting feud that could be squashed in 2 minutes if there was a private phone call or conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there's some people I've noticed in this community. I'm not going to name names, but they sit there and they start the problems.
Oh, so you're talking about me?
No,
just
not you. Not you. You just respond to the problems, and sometimes you go too far, but
that's correct. I agree.
That's besides the point, but they sit there and they instigate the problems behind the scenes, or they make a alt, go into chats, and they start bullshit. They start their shit fuckery, and they think, oh, save the drama. Let's start another fight. It doesn't need to be started, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And you know, to people that, you know, obviously if there's two creators that are arguing, let's say me and Natasha, for example, they have to understand it is so confusing and it could be shocking at times, but you know, we should expect it. And it is so like you just stare at the screen when you see people that are chatters. Maybe you've spoke to them off the internet or off this platform, maybe not. And you just see them jumping on a bandwagon, going after you when you have not had a negative experience with them, and they're following like a crowd. But then they'll come back to you as soon as, you know, maybe they get screwed over by that person that they're following or whatever, and then they come back like nothing ever happened. And those people, when you get cussed out or blocked, I mean, stop being surprised that that happens, because when you don't think for yourself and you just jump on a bandwagon of dogpiling people when nobody's done anything to you, it's very ignorant to follow a crowd and not think for yourself. So of course I'm probably not going to be kind to you or accepting if I see you doing that shit. And it's I mean, lately seeing some of the people, I'm like, really? And literally as my, you know, essay is being talked about and trashed, these people are like contributing to the conversation.
But that's what they do in the swamp. Amy and Retro, they love to do that because and Tiffany, because guess what? They're trash.
They are.
They're scuzz buckets that think that essay is funny. They think it's hilarious. Unless it happens to them, then it's a big deal.
Can I interrupt for a quick sec, Robbie?
Yes, ma'am.
There is a hater in the chat called Coming In Hot and is accusing you of being a liar now, like me.
I don't see it. Where are they?
I don't know if they got blocked or not, but
Okay, coming in hot.
Oh,
Yes.
Wyoming, I see you lie like Miss Portland. Good to know. Lie about what coming in hot?
Okay, I have my finger on the you know
Yeah,
what.
yeah. You can't just come in and say that without examples. Thank you, Irma.
Thank you, Robbie. I'll let you and Bill go back to talking.
Oh, you don't have to thank me for talking. Just bow down, bitch. Just kidding. Love you, Miss Portland.
That's right. I am a bitch, and it takes a bitch to know a bitch. Bitch.
Bitch. I agree with that. She is a gambling addict and she loves to shame addicts, doesn't she?
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
gambling is an addiction. And, I think that's why she likes TikTok so much. When I go over there, which by the way, she's like, you failed at TikTok, Robbie. No, I just got bored with it. It's not my vibe. I just like to put stupid, goofy videos on there. But I think that's why she likes TikTok so much, is it's a lot like it's a lot like a slot machine. You get these donations, these cartoons pop up, bonuses, shit like that. And it feeds her addiction, in my opinion. She loves, any money coming in, of course, anybody loves, but she is like, that is her motivation for everything.
And whether or not she knows it or not, if somebody else gets a donation, like let's say you or Bill, she has a flipping cow.
She does. And then
She
fucking how,
doesn't like it when
like,
somebody else gets donations.
like this bitch has room to tell me saying I'm fucking using Siren of all people. No, because when Siren and I, just like normal human beings, disagree with each other, we tell each other. If I wanted to kiss his ass for money or anybody, I would zip my lips and not fucking speak up on anything.
Oh, wait a minute. You could have if you were using him for money,
Yeah,
you could have just dropped your pants and let him do whatever he wanted with you.
exactly. Yeah. So she and like her of all fucking people, dude. Seriously. And notice how she will only defend the most her like highest fucking donators and shit. So don't even come at me with that shit, Natasha, because I see right through your bullshit.
Oh, and Natasha, I'm getting a good paycheck this month. Thank you so much for it.
Well, congratulations on that.
Yeah, congrats, Bill. That's awesome.
So,
Did they ever answer my question? I don't see that they ever fucking answered it.
no, I'm looking for them in the chat in case they. Can
Yeah.
someone get rid of that account, please? I can't see it.
Sorry, am I crackling?
No,
Oh,
you're
okay, it's
fine.
crack. My phone gets so hot. It's so weird. On the 8th floor, like the air conditioner is finally turned on, but I had it turned off while I'm like on here so it's not loud.
Oh, here we go.
And
I
my
see it
phone
now.
gets hot.
Bye
You
bye.
are crackling now a little bit, but you're not bad.
Bye bye. You want to come in and not respond to your You want to throw a rock and run?
Anyway, Robbie, here is one of the cards I've been doing for Mother's Day. I've got about 30 of them made for the mothers at my church this weekend.
Oh, cool.
I put like little colored gel pen dots in the center. Then I have stencils that I use for along the edges.
Sweet. I love it. Hang on one sec, guys. I'll
Oh,
be
now
right
you're
back.
crackling.
One sec.
Now you sound like Rice Krispies.
Okay, everybody went quiet.
Because Robbie's doing his sound.
Oh, gotcha. He's resetting his phone. Okay.
So
So,
I don't know if Natasha's actually addicted to gambling. I never seen actual proof on that. I'm not saying she isn't, but
she used to do several live streams in the past, Bill. A lot of her old channels that were taken down of her going to and from the casino.
oh, okay, all right. That's where it comes from. All right.
Yep. Yep. So how's your day going?
All right.
Good.
Mine's
Good.
fine. So yeah, it's I don't think she has an addiction. I think she just likes to go to the casino every so often for
Yeah,
like
and spend
free.
everybody's money that donates to her. I
But
know last year, was it the year before, she asked for $20,000 for this so-called legal fund that she was doing. And then she asked for like another 10K for some website that she was building.
but she never produced a website. She never
Exactly.
produced
Thank
a
you.
lawyer. She never produced this. It's grifting 101. If I wanted it, Amy one time accused me of trying to grift this entire community. If I wanted to grift, right, and not be myself, not be independent, not do this, not do that, I would have just parked myself at Natasha's and learned how to grift.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, I'll be honest with you, Bill. A long time ago, I think it was over 7 years ago, when I very first came to YouTube and started doing my art and crafts channel, I actually was doing very well for myself. I was getting, a few donations here and there, and I actually had some very nice gifts that were sent to me, which I'm very grateful for. But, again, the donations weren't, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It was like ten
This is
dollars here, $20 there.
this
But
is
again,
YouTube.
I was actually doing very well for myself.
This is YouTube. You're not here to make a fortune.
Right, exactly. But I put that towards my craft supplies to keep my art and craft channel going, which was taken away from me. And I think somebody made a stink because again, like I said in the beginning, I was doing very well for myself. And all of a sudden, it just got all taken away from me.
Yeah, at least Shelby, at least I'll say this, all right? Any donation I get in my PayPal, my Cash App, or my Super Chats, I admit they go to me, all right? I'm not sitting there saying, oh, I need a lawyer. I need this. I need my teeth fixed. I need that. And never spend the money on what it's intended for. It's like shit.
Exactly, Bill. But again, what you spend your donation money on is really none of anyone's business.
Well, hey, I spend it.
You spend it how you see fit.
Yeah, I spend my money on snacks. My midnight snacks like
Right,
pretzels, ice cream.
right.
I spend it on
Right.
small little shit.
Mm-hmm. Ice cream. I just bought ice cream the other day at the grocery store. I bought 2 flavors. My husband and I like the mint chocolate chip and then the regular vanilla bean.
Ooh, yum. I when it comes to ice cream, I'm kind of picky too, but I like the praline pecan kind.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
I love the cherry vanilla for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
And then
that does sound
I
good.
love those chocolate covered vanilla sticks that you get in the box.
Mm-hmm. My husband likes the drumsticks without the nuts.
Ooh, drumsticks are so.
yeah.
Wait, without the nuts, is he nuts?
That's what he likes.
Nuts
But
are good on everything.
right.
Well,
But
it
again,
depends.
for me, once in a while, I like basic ice cream sandwiches.
I like the strawberry shortcake stick on a stick. Those
Okay.
are good. And the chocolate eclair one.
I like
Yeah,
the
nuts.
old-fashioned chocolate fudge bars.
Yeah, you people that like plain M&Ms, I don't know what planet you're from, but that is just, if you don't like peanuts in your M&Ms, I don't think we could be friends.
I like the new M&Ms that have the chocolate fudge in them.
Ooh,
Oh, see, that's a little bit too much for
Bluebell.
me.
Ooh, yummy. That's kind of expensive, Ruth Ann. I like to get a bargain at the grocery store, so I go for
Yeah,
the lower.
that's not top shelf right there.
Oh yeah, Bluebell is top of the line.
Yeah,
We have
I love
out here a
going to
brand
those
that's
ice
called
cream
Blue
shops.
Bunny. We have Blue
Oh,
Bunny
okay.
brand out here. Then we also
Ooh,
have the
Bluebell. I love that.
Tillamook. We have the Tillamook and then the Umpqua.
Yeah,
See,
I love cookie dough too.
yeah, cookie
Ooh.
dough's good. I like going into those, either the chocolate candy stores that they like make it fresh, or like the ice cream shops where right there they like do it in front of you. It's just there's something so delicious about
Mm-hmm.
it. Like, but yes, you have to have anything chocolate needs to have nuts with it.
Yeah,
Same
I
with
like
ice cream. Like,
because I prefer white chocolate over the black.
oh
For some
really?
reason. Yeah,
Hmm.
it has that taste I love better than the regular chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Has
Ooh,
anyone tried the new mint M&Ms?
I'm not
no,
big on mint and chocolate mixed.
Ah, gotcha.
Or like peppermint and chocolate, like those peppermint patties, those piss me off.
Scam busters! You just reminded me. You know those what do you call them? Those fundraisers that we have at scroll at the bottom of our screen. The ridiculous like buy Natasha new tight diapers or something.
Yeah, and the bitch says she never asked for fucking money. Yeah, she does, because she's always like, oh, and by the way, we have our new fundraiser for our haters, and that's how she gets people to donate. Is she says, let's prove the haters wrong, or something. Like, there's always like a motivation to do it instead of just saying, hey, give me money.
Yeah, but here's the thing that she doesn't realize. We kind of did copy from Natasha, but here's the thing: we do it to mock her, not because we're trying to grift like her.
Okay, she did not come up with fucking advertising a fucking fundraiser. I don't know who the fuck she thinks she is. Nobody's fucking copying her by making fundraisers. Fundraisers have been around for fucking ever.
Yeah, the one night this was a long time ago. I had the Crybaby Bitch Fund.
Right,
Just
yeah.
at the bottom of my screen as a joke,
Mm-hmm.
and people were laughing at the fund. I didn't make much on it, but that wasn't the point.
Mm-hmm.
Putting it on the bottom of the screen. The point of putting it on the bottom of the screen was to for a laugh.
Yeah, I mean, just like when I ask for money, I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. Give me she won't do that. She'll beat around the fucking bush. And yes, Shelby, peppermint patties piss me off. Peeps piss me off. Peeps really fucking piss me off. I get
Peeps,
pissed off by a lot of different foods.
yeah, Peeps have no real taste to them, in my opinion. All I taste is sugar.
Oh my god. And marshmallows just by themselves, like plain ones, gross. Oh, and
Marshmallows
s'mores.
are
I'm
all
not big on s'mores.
marshmallows are all right.
Oh,
I just
like
can't
Lucky
eat
Charms marshmallows are fucking amazing.
yeah. I just can't eat too many marshmallows.
Another
No.
favorite of mine that is made out here in Oregon, and it's the state berry, and it's the Marion berry.
Oh. Oh, you like
Yeah.
stale peeps? I don't. Easter candy really fucking triggers me. Like I can't even
Oh,
walk down the Easter candy aisle. It's so gross and too sweet. It fucking
Are you
oh,
depressed? You're eating the whole container.
don't even get me started on that shit.
And they have
the
those.
only kind, the only kind of Easter candy I like at Easter is the Reese's peanut butter cups that are shaped like a bunny's head.
Yeah, those are good, but
That's it.
that's Reese's and
Yeah.
it's peanuts and chocolates. It's amazing. Reese's is amazing. They motivate me for life. And now I want to fucking Reese's Pieces. Ooh, I like Reese's Pieces too. The little,
I
like
do
M&M
too.
style ones.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm just not big on eating candy.
yeah. I'm not big on almond Roca. I think is the best candy ever.
Yeah, because there's this one product that's a little more money. It's the strawberry shortcake bars. Did you ever see those or have those, Robbie?
Oh, the ice cream ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
Oh, I love those. You know, big payday. I'm gonna get me a box or two of those.
Oh, they're so
Now
delicious.
you're making me
Okay.
hungry.
See, I don't have a big sweet tooth. Like right now, I'm not craving sweets, but I mean, it's fun to talk about. And yes, karma. It would be very interesting to whoever did that news report on Natasha years ago to give them a fucking update on that shit
Mm-hmm.
because she's gotten 10 times worse.
Oh, she did one for weight loss surgery. I didn't know that. I just don't. A lot of the time in the past, I just ignored her.
Well, just like Natasha said, which is a fucking lie, she said in the 4 years she's known me, I've never been sober, not once. First of all, I barely talk to this bitch outside of YouTube anymore, so she wouldn't fucking know. Second of all, yes, she did do that fundraiser, and she's been saying that she's going to do something about her health a long time ago. And still, nothing has happened, even though she has raised money about that. Where did that go? So we got the lawyer, we've got the website, we've got this group action, we've got her weight loss, so many fucking things, and she never shows one fucking receipt for anything.
Oh hell no, she doesn't. And then the receipts that she does show are big nothing burgers. They're like big so what. So
Yeah.
because,
Krama,
because the time when Natasha accused me of beating my mommy, right?
right,
She showed no proof whatsoever of it. None whatsoever.
right.
And then she had my name, Siren's name, and a few others in her mouth. Being disgusting, by the way.
Yeah.
And then she called me the P word.
Fucking sick.
She called me the P word, and I debunked her ass on my community wall. I actually took a screenshot of where I got arrested and listed the charges,
Mm-hmm.
and there were no sex crimes listed.
So stupid. People throw that word around for all the guys on here.
Yeah, so I got debunked. She got debunked for calling
Yep.
me a P word. So then everyone went with I beat my mommy because I have an assault charge.
Yeah, I wonder if she's going to address even, Ms. Portland clearing up that whole fucking thing about, her saying there was a sex video call.
Oh,
She
please.
never does. She won't. And do we know, like, so for the $10,000 website, do you guys know if she reached like the full amount? And with the weight loss surgery, 6,400.
Okay.
Did she?
Head witch. That rumor about my mom came from Natasha Cooper
Mm-hmm.
because she got mad that I had an opinion about her on my channel, and I was nice to her over here because I had enough respect for Robbie not to start a problem while I'm a guest on his channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I came up on Robbie's panel last night, because I wanted to take accountability for my actions regarding, the things that were done recently. At least I'm trying to take better accountability for things because I felt like I owed it to Robbie to make right the wrong that was
Mhm.
made.
So Natasha, if you think I beat my mommy, prove it, because I know
Right.
you're not going to be able to prove it. Don't listen to Amy. Ask Amy for proof. And if you post something that Amy says, I'll debunk your fucking ass.
Yep.
All right? I'll debunk your fucking ass and show everyone what Amy actually said at the time. Would you like that, Natasha?
Well, that's just like, she was saying the other day, she's like, Robbie, you have nothing and you're going to lose everything you have right now. I'm thinking, I have my apartment in my name. I have my car in my name, my insurance, my credit cards, my phone, fucking everything. Just because I'm in between jobs don't mean shit. And I worked very hard at that company to put into my pension. which hopefully comes sooner than later. So shut the fuck up. You
Well,
haven't worked or
Robbie,
put in a penny to anything except for these fucking YouTube and fucking TikTok and all these platforms you're not even supposed to be on.
Oh, and Robbie,
Robbie,
the night.
another benefit that has helped you along is you also owe a lot of deep, deep thanks to your Aunt Sally for helping you, because when you got out of your home like that, it was
Yeah.
so sudden, and she was there for you. She gave you a roof over your head. She helped support you until you could get back on your feet. I think she is owed a great deal of gratitude.
She absolutely is. Yeah, my Aunt Sally is amazing. And you know, what a lot of people don't know is when I moved from my house, I have never one time been able to go through my own things. So there's so many things missing that were stolen from me or thrown away,
Yeah.
including family pictures, home videos from being a kid, all sorts of shit gone. And it's fucked up. I've never moved in my life to where I have not been able to gather my fucking shit myself.
Yeah.
So,
And
oh, I won't, Irma. I will not go back.
yeah, and here's the thing that is forgotten. All right. When Natasha pulled her stunt that night, you know who actually stuck up for me?
Who?
Dorothy. And I'll
Dorothy's
still remember
awesome.
that.
Hmm.
Surviving the Storms actually stuck up for me. And then Amy went up on Clapback Queen. And I actually went up on panel, on
Hmm.
Dorothy's panel that night. So, Amy, you don't think I don't remember that? You said I'm no P words. I never spit at a cop.
Amy
You
will
never said
fucking
that.
change her opinion with the wind as well.
Yeah.
She's
Amy's a liar. All right.
yeah.
And then she relies on these so-called reports for like I don't know how much they cost. And they're full of errors.
Yeah. Yeah, Amy is always out for spite. She's spiteful, and her agenda and her, you know, her purpose is always fueled by rejection and anger, you know, because when people, it may take a while, but when people figure out how Amy operates and how sinister she gets very angry when she's pushed away, and then she doesn't let go. She just she'll go and make up lies and really just start tons of rumors to try to discredit people and make them bad and, you know, just terrible to everyone.
Yeah,
Um,
Amy reminds me of that scene from Titanic. You know, with Jack saying, "I'll never let go. I'll never let go. I'll never let
yeah,
go." And
yeah,
that reminds me of Amy.
yeah, because she doesn't, and she. I mean, it's very obvious to see the rage she has with her rejection issues, and you know, with her, it's the same thing that happened with Natasha. I did not want to be involved or choose a side. And when I pointed out something that was an error on Amy's part that was not correct, I just said, hey, maybe if you address this and it's not true, maybe that'll help, you know, just take accountability and it's not true. So just clear it up and maybe that'll help solve this little fight. And she flipped out on me.
Oh, of course, of course.
Yeah.
She can't take responsibility for shit. She can't admit her shit fuckery. She can't do any of that.
Hmm.
It's all perfect, Natasha. She does nothing wrong. It's everyone else's fault.
Yep. And Amy is one of those people that immediately she went into my personal business, spreading it around, all that shit. And
And then she's telling everyone, oh, don't go real life. Don't treat everyone the way, if you don't like it done to you, don't do it. But then,
mm,
5 minutes later, she says she admits she went real life on you and sent things to the district attorney's office.
yeah.
And I'm
Robbie,
like,
did you see the comment about how Natasha's daughter Hannah apparently took their grandmother and threw her into a chair?
What?
Yeah, I saw the comment in your chat.
Say she threw her grandma back in the chair. Oh shit.
Oh, maybe Natasha's actually projecting when she rages at me, calling me a mommy beater.
Yeah, she just says that to try to get under your skin. Just like, she
Oh,
admitted that.
it doesn't really get under my skin, Robbie.
Mhm.
I know the mentality that we're dealing with here
Yeah.
when it comes to Natasha Cooper.
Hey, Siren.
Hey, Siren.
Well,
I must have taken your wrench when I flipped on you, Siren. I'm gonna have to add it back. Sorry about that.
but here's the problem. All right. She sits there and calls me a mommy beater, and she doesn't want someone like me around. But she has someone convicted of domestic violence, not once, not twice, but more than 3 times on her panel.
Yeah, exactly.
And I says, and I'm like scratching my head. It's like laughing. You mean you're telling me that you're going to have someone like that up on your panel?
Yeah, Kim and Crafton are a very toxic couple to each other. And so listening to any advice or commentary that they have on relationships or anger or anything like that is completely off the table. Like, I would never take it seriously because their relationship is a fucking joke.
Yeah, everything Natasha does is a joke, actually.
Well, yeah, and she gets people all riled up, makes these huge scenarios, and makes them 10 times worse.
And I'm gonna say I sat there for 2 lives reviewing that useless excuse for a human being.
Hmm.
And she has like a little speech for me. I'm gonna mind my own business. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Fuck you, Natasha. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Yeah.
On here. You're not gonna shut me up. I'm not gonna bow down to you. That's what me and Robbie have in common.
Yeah.
Actually, we're not gonna sit there and just because you make up some lie or you want to sit there and go low.
Hmm.
Hey, Bill, I have a saying for you. You can be more than welcome to share. Is when people like that keep telling you to shut up, I will have a clean clapback for that. And it's like, just know this. I was not shut up, I was brought up. And every time I think of you, I throw up.
I've heard you say that before. Well, that's what that's why she's done what she's done to me. And I said this yesterday. She only went into my personal business, went to my ex, brought up my personal shit because she couldn't shut me up.
And don't forget, she wanted you to choose her.
Exactly.
And you didn't choose, and she got pissed off. That this is what it's all about.
Yes, and all these people over there that say, no, Natasha's amazing and it's an honor to be over here. Well, that's because you guys have never spoken up for what you actually believe. You go with everything she says to please her so that she doesn't attack you because you see with your very own eyes, especially people that have followed her for years. If you even disagree with her in the slightest bit, you are getting dragged.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want that. A lot of these people have given her PayPals. She knows their names. She knows their personal information. She's mailed things to them when she does her little shopping things, and she has them trapped. And she will use that information against them.
And I believe that those so-called acts of charity are actually doxing campaigns.
Absolutely.
And she takes a nice big cut out of the donations.
Yeah.
That she's pretending to help people with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she does anything out of the goodness of her heart. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, she has a way of being very sneaky with things and planning. She said about me, I knew this was coming with Robbie. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I did not turn on you. You knew it was coming because you saw how you were treating me like shit, so of course you saw it coming. How could you not?
And then every
That's
night
true,
when she's
Rosalind.
live, she and her little group over there laugh and bully and make fun and tease others like you and me and Bill and anybody else that she can find to pick on.
Well,
Anything about her teasing people's looks, it's deflection. It's projection.
she's not
And
she's not a spring chicken either. So let's just put it that way. She called me an alien.
yeah, no, she's very insecure. She the other day, or it was some clip or something. Somebody had said something about her, and she goes, "It's called being confident." And I'm like, "You are not like you are so insecure that you can't even allow your friends to like people that you don't like. That's how insecure you are."
Yeah, she. It's like pick her, pick me, pick me, pick me. And then she
Yes,
gets angry and drags you when you don't pick or agree with what she's doing.
Hey,
right.
thanks for that.
And what
Yeah,
did she expect from you? You said at the beginning you weren't getting involved in two friends fighting, so you
yep,
stayed out of it until she got you involved in it.
exactly. And yes, Shelby, her going to my ex, um, when she didn't even talk to him, but a couple times about TikTok, is, I mean, it just goes to show, she just wanted to be a part of something that she thinks is against me, and contribute to it and then hold some sort of victory. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
And
Like,
then
this is something that's needed to happen for a long time. So I don't give a fuck.
she has the friggin' nerve to sit there and oh, we're gonna have rules.
Hmm.
We're gonna have these rules of conduct. This is really, I'm sure
Just like
you.
Darling Nikki says, your rules are not mine. And you do not sit there and do terrible shit and think you're gonna fucking make rules for anybody. This ain't no town council. That shit ain't gonna fly.
Mm-mm.
And then she starts flaunting about how high her numbers are and the way her sub count. And then she goes over to TikTok and she went and looked at another creator's TikTok the other day and said, well, look at your numbers compared to mine. Ha ha ha. And like, who cares how many subs somebody has?
Well,
That's what the insecurities I'm talking about. That is so stupid to do that to anybody over numbers on the fucking internet. That does not say anything about yourself. I don't give a shit if you're a celebrity. I don't care who you are. You're not
Mm-hmm.
better than anyone else because of a fucking number. You're not. And it doesn't fucking
Exactly.
matter.
Even though I have a TikTok channel, my numbers are really small because I'm still building. And it
Hmm.
takes time to build to where you want to be.
Yeah, she thinks that defines who a person is, if they're getting high numbers or not. That means shit. You cannot take it with you. It's not going to be around forever. And it's just, to me, that's not a
I
way to one
think
up somebody. You're not
I
better than
think
anyone
in a
else.
way she's jealous because from what I'm seeing constantly over there now is just nothing but bullying and bashing, and she doesn't do anything that I can see, at least in the way of positivity. If you want to see positivity, come look at Robbie's lives or go look at Bill's lives. There are nights where I do listen to Bill and Nikki both, and I tell you, I lay in bed and I just laugh myself silly.
Mm.
I
Well, see,
love
I don't.
Bill's laugh.
at least I try to have a sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I love your laugh.
Well, I haven't been the most positive pretty much this entire year because it's been a very shitty year for me. And it's been like one thing after the other and very up and down. And this has been like the weirdest year of my life. I've never
The
experienced just
thing
one
is,
thing after another like that.
Robbie, even though you had a rough start this year, you still find a humorous side to where you can still look at things and laugh. I mean, that's hard to do, especially with what you've had to face, but you at least try to keep going. You really try not to let it get to you.
Yeah.
But is Natasha that delusional because she has high numbers? She thinks everyone likes her.
Yeah. Or that she's better. She's queen because there's a fucking number by her name.
Oh, please. Do you know how many hate watchers that she probably has watching? Out of that three something? It's probably more than half.
Yeah.
Of her,
How about we go for a jogging race, Natasha? We'll see who wins that.
It's like she says, "Oh, I have 300 something in my chat or my box or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Well, does everyone watching supporting her bullshit?
No. I mean, she'll literally say that to like win an argument. She won't even address the actual issue and be like, "Well, you only had this many people and blah blah blah." It's like, who gives a fuck?
I don't take my value in how many people I have in my chat. The only thing I take value in is quality over quantity.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, if you're here just to see a number, which by the way, I think somebody botted us because the numbers like went up crazy within the last couple of minutes.
Did you see Wyoming's latest comment?
My feet are clean. You want a picture, bitch? Yeah. I mean, literally putting Wyoming's feet up on the screen. So stupid.
Yeah, and here's what really gets me. So she brags about her high numbers, right?
Yeah.
I'll say 2/3 of her of that are hate watchers at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not even making money on her hate watching. People hate watching her. I'm making the money with my hate watchers, Natasha.
Well, and that was like the other day. She was like, "And Robbie, you've been around for how long? And you have 11,000 subscribers." I'm like, I haven't even fucking looked at my subscriber count in a while. I don't give a fuck. That number doesn't define who the fuck I am or why I come on here. And if it grows, it grows. I don't give a fuck.
Yes, Shelby has a point here. People can't turn away from a train wreck.
She's hate watching right now. People can't turn away from a train wreck. Wait, what? You just have a lot of supporters. Gold star. That's sweet. Yeah, like when I come on here to talk about whatever's on my mind, whether it's good, bad, funny, whatever it is. And if people listen, they listen. If they don't, they don't. If somebody's live at the same time, they could watch me on the replay. I don't give a shit. There are people that are so fucking stingy with that. And they take it so seriously. What's that sound?
But Natasha says, "Oh, I have these high numbers," but she can't even follow TOS to keep her channel, a monetized channel, up in the first place to make money.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck. You seriously think that you're like better or intimidating people because you have these numbers? Like that doesn't impress me. Like Shania Twain says, that don't impress me much because it fucking doesn't. And you're the only person that brags about it. Oh my God, Miss Portland. The only person that brags about it and is impressed by her numbers are her. You don't hear people ranting and raving over them because nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, I sometimes get 100 in my box. Sometimes I get 20. I'm happy if I get for what I get sometimes,
Yeah, well, when you go live, do you feel accomplished? Do you feel happy? Because that's really all you should do, and that shouldn't be because of a number.
Mm-hmm. Because I had several lives where I barely broke 300 watch, and but then I get some lives where I'm over 800 people watching and over 1,000. So my numbers fluctuate like that.
Yeah, and you're right, witness.
So do you think I'm gonna cry because I got a low number one night?
Mm-hmm. No, you're not. And Witness is right. Like, these aren't friends. These aren't followers or anything. I mean, they're legit are their quantity to her, and it's money to her, and that's why she gets mad. And honestly, Nikki has been the fun place to hang out at nighttime for a while now. And with her coming back going live at night, I think that she sees that as like, she hates when people are live at the same time. When she gets mad at people, she'll go live at the same time as them just to
Mm-hmm.
try to spite them or look better. And again, it's not impressive. And she gets very jealous if people take away from her income or views. Put that slutty little toe down. Hey, Abe.
I was just showing Wyoming my foot. My foot's clean too.
Well, Natasha needs to scrub the demons out of her really hard.
Yep. Yeah, because before I mentioned her sister, her grandma, and people disagree with it, that's fine. I wasn't being mean to her. I was
But she's
speaking
the
my
one.
mind on how she was treating me.
But she's the one bringing up other people's family members, so it's open season
And contacting them.
Yeah, and contacting them, so it's open season on her, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, and I didn't say that to hurt or go after her grandma or sister. Like, it was to hurt her feelings because she hurt mine. And yes, I should have more self-control to not do that, but I fucking didn't.
So
So
sometimes I watch a clip or something, and I say, okay, I agree with you, Natasha, but it means nothing. But it means nothing to me because I know she's a damn hypocrite.
yes.
And these so-called morals only apply to other people. They don't apply to her.
Yeah, and when you clearly talked about my rape in front of everybody and you're like denying that you did it to be, petty or anything, which you did, like I fucking mentioned and I said it publicly about your sister and grandma, and I fucking admit it and say, yeah, I fucking said that. And what? She can't do that.
She's probably them two are probably ashamed of her right now.
Yeah. Hey, Amy. Yeah, so I mean, look, I've never experienced what I've experienced in my life. So I mean, literally, it was days after that she's going after me about it and I decided to talk about it and get it off my chest, and it felt great to do that. I do not regret that. And like I said, I knew haters would run with it and say dumb shit, but not somebody who was my friend like her. No.
Well,
And
she has a long history of going after people in her chat for content.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
So
Okay. Can I say something real quick, Robbie, if I may? I don't want to be rude or interrupt, but to the person in chat asking me about my screen name, I just have not updated anything since making my current channel, so that's why I'm under my actual name. I just want to put that out there. Thank you, Robbie.
Yeah. And thank you for that, Amy. Welcome. What she said about you, what happened to you, anyone would snap. Yeah, and she's sitting there denying, saying she didn't do it to be mean. I'm like, are you guys dumb? Like, she didn't bring it up for any other reason.
Her comments were passive aggressive as hell.
Yeah,
and I could see right through it.
Just the fact that any of them like say that I just made that up or something. Like, I've seen people say that to people that have been in the same situation, say, oh, they're lying or whatever. And I've even, questioned people in my head at times. But I mean, there's no fucking reason for me to make something like that up. And for every single person that's like, well, if I was in his position, I would call the police and I would do this. Well, you ain't me, bitch.
And there's more to the situation than they
there
know.
is more. And there's more that I'm never going to tell anybody of why I'm not reporting him. And that's nobody's fucking business. I obviously have my reasons of why I'm not doing that. And I don't need to explain that to anybody. And
your situation is actually common in the gay community.
Yeah.
It actually is. I heard your story before.
Mm-hmm.
I heard your story before, and it happens more than you realize.
Right.
So if someone's listening to your story and they say, "Oh, that's bullshit," you have another thing coming.
Yeah, but if Natasha was friendly with me right now, she'd be out there defending me on it, just like she was when people contacted my job. She was defending me on that, saying, "Yeah, you guys made him lose his job. Now it's a different tune to her." She's like, "You quit. You didn't lose it." Well, yeah, I quit because I didn't want to go unpaid and fucking have to go through that. And then people had already contacted them. I don't want to work at the same company. People fucking are calling and causing trouble for me. Fuck that.
And
No.
here's the thing that bothers me. All right, they sit there and they say, "Oh, he invited the person over." That doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
No
I
means
sure did.
fucking no. You could say no anytime.
Yeah,
You could say no at any time.
exactly.
Even prostitutes have the right to say no.
Yep.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, and I mean that's why Amy's fucking ignorant, dude. Because she literally was asking me how to clean her butthole out for butt sex
Oh, damn.
and planning it. Okay, so what if you weren't prepared like I wasn't, Amy, to sit there and be like, "Oh, he shit his pants, blah 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 blah." Well, yeah, duh. That's what fucking happens when you're not prepared and you don't want to do that activity.
It's more than that, but I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I'm
more
glad I walked away from Natasha when
Thank you,
I
Snazzy.
did, because at least I quietly walked away when I found out that, again, that she had lied to me about this so-called legal counsel she kept saying that she had for me. When I found out that she had lied, I thought, why should I make a big stink like I normally have in the past about things when all I can do is just walk away? And I did. I chose to walk away and not say anything.
Yeah. Well, I try not to let things trigger me, like, or watch things like and there's plenty of people that I already know that they're gonna fucking run their mouth. Like GLM, I've seen some of her titles. I'm like, I don't give a fuck to listen to that
See, that's
bitch.
just it right there, Robbie, is I've allowed myself, I don't know how many times in the past, where when I feel triggered about somebody talking smack about me or whatever, as Bill has always known, I have always gotten extremely angry and pissed off at everything. But now there's just no sense in it.
Right.
So if somebody starts to trigger me, like over there, I just won't say anything. I won't even react. I won't even give her that energy. I refuse to give her that satisfaction.
Mrs. Portland, I have advice
Hey,
for
Smiley.
you.
Yes.
Why don't you just turn off the ability for people to tag you?
I have no idea how to do that, Bill.
I'll send.
Yeah, that's
Robbie.
like that Wendy account. I just have them Google blocked, and I never see any of their dumb shit.
So I'm gonna send Robbie instructions for you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so no one will be able. So no one will be able to tag you. In their,
Okay.
In
I
their
would appreciate that
videos.
because I'm not that computer illiterate, so I have no idea how to do that. So I appreciate the help.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not hard. I had to do it because
Okay.
I had 5 annoying little snot bags tagging me nonstop.
Yeah.
So I just turned it off for a time.
Right.
Yep.
Well, again, I appreciate the help and thank you.
Mm-hmm. Just so it just ignore them. Don't go over there.
Right.
Yeah. As far as like the whole bottom thing and what shit like Amy says, you have Amy complaining and saying, "Oh, they said this about me and that," but within the same breath, she's trans bashing, she's rape bashing, all of that stuff.
But doesn't she know that biology is different between males and females?
What do you mean?
Doesn't Amy understand that?
What do you mean by that?
Okay, me and you have a different type of rectum than Amy
Oh
does.
yeah. Right.
So it's completely different.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's just, I mean, Amy, you could hear it in her voice. She's always angry. She's always bitter. There's never a positive tone in her voice. Not even when I was her friend. She's always just pissed off or
Robbie,
gossiping about
look
somebody.
at the life. Look at the life that Amy leads. And that's why she's angry because, she's in a failed marriage. She got kicked out of her daughter's house. She lives in a trailer. Her life is really not
A
all that
camper.
great. I
Yeah.
mean, anyway, Amy's Amy, and she's going to continue to be angry, but she's got nobody to blame again but herself, like myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have nobody to blame for my own actions but me.
But here's the thing that really got me when she went after when Amy started going and dragging Nikki.
Yeah.
Here's what really intrigued me. All right. I learned that everything that she ever told me about herself, everything Amy told me about herself was a damn lie.
Yes.
And I'm like trying to rationalize it in my head. So I'm like saying I had a fake friendship. I never knew this woman because all she knew how to do is lie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And we're watching her lie to her current, newer friends now. And they'll figure it out eventually.
she owns this house. She runs her husband's business. Blah 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 blah. All lies, by the way.
Yep.
All lies, exaggerations, and delusions. And I'm like sitting there, says, "Oh, I never knew this person."
Mm-hmm.
I started to see right through her. Probably 4 months before you fell out the first time.
Yeah.
I started to see what she was, and I just ignored it. I was in denial. Oh, Amy wouldn't do a thing like this.
See, I ignored her, like, she exaggerates and lies. And they were always like harmless things about herself that you just know is bullshit. So she was like that friend of mine that just her imagination takes over when she's telling a story and she just makes shit up. And I just kind of accepted it because that it was
Well,
harmless. I'm like, oh, that's
yeah,
bullshit, but whatever.
but I thought that some of her conspiracy theories were just
Oh,
okay.
way fucking crazy.
Yeah, I just says, okay, Amy, I don't agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Robbie, may I
Conspiracy
interrupt
theory.
one more time politely? I want to speak up about a comment in your chat to someone, if
Yeah.
I may. Um,
Yeah.
to witness, I do leave my comments off most of the time on all my channels because of all the constant past mental and emotional abuse. So that's mainly why not a lot of you are able to communicate with me, is because now I just basically do it for the sake of my own mental health. It's to
Well,
keep me from being
yeah,
triggered and becoming angry.
I keep my comments open, and if I see something that's totally out of line, I either delete or they get banned.
Right. Well,
It's
again,
simple. I
again,
don't take
as you
it personally.
right. Well, Bill, as you know, with my past temper issues, I'm
Yes.
just trying really hard to make some better changes for myself and to keep myself from being triggered is mainly why I choose to just keep my comments turned off because
Okay.
it just
Yeah.
keeps me from getting all worked up.
Yeah. You could always try a blocked words list. Certain
Right,
words
right,
that and it'll filter out the comments for you.
right, right. Well, again, I just want to let that person know, witness. That's mainly why I choose to keep my comments off, is just because of all the past abuse I've had to face on this platform. But I thank you. I thank you for your comment.
But I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say this right here to you, to your face, Mrs. P. Not everyone is hate attacking you. Some of them are actually responding to you.
Right. I know that, Bill. I know.
It's not because when you talk, it's like, oh, I'm being hate attacked, I'm being stalked.
Well,
Not always, not always.
right. Well, again, I'm just saying, in my eyes, that's how I've just seen it. You know, I just feel like every time I turn around, I just feel like I am being hate attacked. And that's why I just have pretty much quit responding to people because, again, as you know, like everybody else, I've had a very nasty temper with a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of you on here. And now I'm trying to find a way to remedy that and fix myself. And I am really seriously looking at trying to better myself.
Well, I'll say this: there's free speech on here, and you can't really stop people from making so-called parody videos of Mrs. Portland or whoever. But here's the thing that bothers me. All right, about that, they don't have to sit there and tag Mrs. Portland in every single video and post they make.
Right, right. That I agree with.
So if you want to make a Mrs. Portland hate video, go right ahead. Just don't tag her in it.
Right. Well, again, Bill, through time, so many channels on here have made their channels because of me, but I'm just to the point, truly, anymore. I just really don't care. They can make as many channels as they want about me. I just don't pay any attention. Exactly, Wyoming. Like I
Well, that's
said,
their
you
goal. I
can make
mean,
a million channels about me and talk all the crap you want about me, but truly, I just don't care anymore. I'm not going to let it affect me.
Well, you say that now, Mrs. Portland, but it's like a pattern I see. You know, you say
Right.
it'll affect me, and then a month or 2 or 3 months later, you go into like a switch flips.
Well,
And
again, Bill,
meltdown.
I promise you that at this point, I really am trying to work better on myself, and I'm not going to flip like I have in the past.
I hope not. I hope not.
No.
And if you do, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire. I'm just going to say that.
I appreciate that, Bill. And that I would not expect anything more of you. So, but yeah, I am really trying to do better because I'm tired of being angry. I'm tired of being bitter all the time and using my temper to get the better of me. And that's something I really need to work on. And I have been working on it through my mental health therapy.
And
yep.
here's,
See, Amy says she understands you.
yeah, this Amy.
I
Not
appreciate
the
that,
other,
Amy.
Yeah, this Amy, not Tubby one.
yeah, not
Right.
that core Amy, Barbie, or whatever you want to call her.
Yep.
But again, I've been in mental health therapy a little over 5.5 months, going on 6. And I go once a week, every week. And I have a wonderful therapist that I am working with. But
That's
again,
good.
it's hard. It's hard to be not triggered by
I know.
something.
Yeah, you got to learn. You got to learn, Mrs. Portland. If your emotions are getting the best of you, walk away.
Exactly,
It's not
Bill.
that
And
hard.
I need to
that's
learn that.
that's what I'm trying to learn. That's why I'm saying now that I'm in mental health therapy and have been, I'm really trying to find a way to not go back to the old Mrs. P. Like I said, I'm tired of being angry. I'm tired of being destructive. I'm tired of having a violent temper with everyone.
Well, it's good that you even just recognize that. You know, even if you haven't changed it completely, the fact that you know that it's a good start.
Exactly. And again, I am trying. It's going to take a long road, but you know, I'm slowly making progress. It's just taking time. But again, now that I'm choosing to realize all the wrong that I've done, I don't want to be like that anymore.
Right. Who's Mr. Faceboy?
We just got rid of him.
Yeah, good.
I just got.
Nobody's calling the police on Miss Portland. She ain't doing shit wrong.
Go away, Mr. Faceboy, whoever you are. You can
Yeah.
kiss my ass.
Nobody cares, Mr. Faceboy.
Yeah.
Guess what finger I'm holding up? I just play with my ass. So
There you go.
Here's what I think about that. Sit and spin, Faceboy. You all can call the cops on me as many times as you want. I've never had anyone knock on my door, basically since last year.
Well, that's good.
But keep threatening me. It don't mean shit. So
Yeah.
And here's the thing you also got to realize, Mrs. Portland. Not everyone's you made a name for yourself. A lot of people hate you. But you can't go around and say and cry. Nobody
Right.
likes me. Or you earn that reputation on your own.
You're right, Bill. I completely agree with you.
You completely earned that reputation on your own.
Right.
By
Again, you're right. You're right.
However, not everybody hates you, and there's a lot of people that support you. So,
Right. And I
you
know
know,
that
I
too, Robbie.
and I think there's a lot of people like that do want to leave positive comments and stuff. But if that makes you feel comfortable, of course, you do what makes you comfortable. But you know,
Right.
some people just want to go show support or comment, and I think it's just frustrating that they
Well,
can't
I
because
understand.
of haters.
I do understand Mrs. Portland's point of view on it. She doesn't know how to filter the comments out correctly, Robbie.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, yeah.
To the point where, okay, how do I keep the hate comments out while still allowing people to leave a comment? You know?
Yeah. And Amy, you're right. That's, I mean, of course, they come in here not as themselves, because they know what they're doing is wrong, trying to provoke Miss Portland.
Yeah, they just want something to talk about. They want something to
And
cover.
did you see, I did not really react to that person. I just told them, they can basically do this, sit and spin, tell me when you reach your elbow, and have a nice day.
Exactly. Well, guys, I'm crackling again, so I'm gonna like have to turn
All right.
my phone off because it's all hot. But did you guys have anything to say in closing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Well, thank
good
you for
too.
coming up, Bill.
Yeah, good to see you, Bill. And Robbie, thank you for having me up. And you have a good rest of your day, guys.
Yeah, thank you for coming up, Miss Portland.
Yep, no problem. Bill, you have a good day as well.
Bye, guys. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. That sheriff still hasn't come back. I hope he's okay. He said he'd be, when I talked to him on the phone earlier, he's like, oh, okay, I'll be back. Give me about an hour. And God, now that was like hours and hours and hours ago. And I gotta get running errands. So hopefully he comes like by the time I'm done with my shower and shit. Maybe I could meet him somewhere. But yes. And thank you to the person that said I could like apply to have the fees waived for like giving my response to the divorce papers. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I could just do it online. And yeah, but God, I want those papers already. Get it done. Oh, and Natasha, I'm keeping my last name just for you. She said it's going to be required I change my last name. I'm like, what fucking planet do you live on? First of all, that's a pain in the ass. I ain't changing shit. I ain't changing shit. So there's that. You have a good day too, Ruth Ann. Thank you everyone for like messages you've sent me and loving support. Of course, all the support has been overwhelming and greatly appreciated. So thank you. It just will say that you can. Oh, about my last name? I'm like, fucking, you can't make me change my last name. Are you fucking kidding me? Stupid. I'm gonna keep it just to prove that I fucking can. Give a fuck. Bye, Snazzy Nails. It's good to see you. Bye, Smiley. Bye, everyone. Have a beautiful day. And I'm gonna go run some errands. So have a wonderful afternoon and evening. Goodbye.
No, no chance, no